Here we go. What is up? What is up? What is up, Fromley? How many people we got up in here? All right, I see 23 people up in here already. Oh, we got some new faces up in here. First off, let me go through. We got Mo. What's good? Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you coming by and showing support to the Fromley. Let me make sure you guys can hear me all the way. There we go. Move the mic a little closer. Who else we have up in here? Michael Lamont. Always happy to see you, Mike Guy. Thank you so much. Frankie, here we go again. Thank you for coming through, Frankie. I really appreciate you. It's going to be a really, really fun live stream. Really, really fun live stream, especially with all the Fromley. Vanessa Wicked, yeah. Anime Food Fest, here we come. Saturday. I remember Saturday. I'm happy to do it. I'm excited. Don't forget, I got wrestling that day, so I might only be there for like an hour, maybe two. Then I gotta run. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Michael Lamont Sloppy. I don't know what that's about. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Vanessa Wicked. I appreciate it. Yes, I did enjoy the New York Comic Con. I think I had a little too much fun. My feet, like I came home last night and I crashed for so long. It's like it's not even funny. Who else we got up in here? I see Vanessa, see Michael Lamont, 30,000 subscribers. Let's go. Yep. We just crossed today, like maybe like an hour ago, 12,000, which is like, I don't even have words for it. Like I get emotional just thinking about it. I can't honestly put into words how much I appreciate everything. So thank you all. Thank you. Yeah, I have a whole lot of feelings just thinking about it. But yeah, humongous. Have you been here before, Humongous? I'm trying to imagine. Like, do I remember this name? I don't know. I love you. Who's that? Is that a picture of you? You almost look like Jamie Lannister with that one. Is that you? Or are you Jamie? If you are new here, I apologize. If you're not new here, I apologize, Humongous. If you are new here, you got to let us know where you're from, right? We definitely, when you come and join in on these lives, we like to just announce where it is that we're checking in from. Sometimes I've visited a lot of these cities. Like I've been doing so much traveling, and I want to know if you're actually from someplace I may have visited. Just to kind of put context into it. A lot of us just use avatars. I think knowing where we're actually from helps to just add a little bit more character to the whole thing. So yeah, if you can let me know where you're from, if you've been here before, my bad. I'm sorry. You got some interesting questions right off the bat. Good. I'm excited to get to these questions. I also have a lot to talk about. One, I had my bell with my Boyd costume. I got like some interesting, like I didn't share all my stuff from New York Comic Con online. I think I just shared like little snippets. I think I put like a picture here, and you guys were able to see my interview with Scott McCord in the deep dive yesterday, and I was like in costume, and he thought that was really, really cool. So I was there. I was representing for the Fromley at New York Comic. 86 people. God bless. Thank you all. Thank you. 86 people. Thank you. Happy Movie Blog Monday. Is that what it is? Movie Blog Monday. I like that. I might have to keep that. Movie Blog Mondays. I love that. Who else we got up in here? Movie Blog Mondays. That's real cool. Wild Marjoram. Let's go. Beth Berry. Hey, Beth Berry. Beth Berry. Now, I know I don't know a Beth Berry. So thank you for coming through, Beth Berry. I really appreciate you joining us on our Monday night movies. Movies Monday? Movie Blog Mondays. I got to write this down. Happy Movie Blog Monday. Yeah, I got to. Movie Blog Monday. Happy Movie Blog Monday, Beth Berry. I appreciate you coming through. Where are you checking in from? Where are you at? Are you in the United States? Are you in and one of our international viewers, where are you from? Definitely, please, when you come in, if you're new here, please announce where you are checking in from. This is a big thing for us. We love to support where everybody's from. Smoke One Kenobi, yo, what is good? Yo, I never get tired of that. Yo, like I never get tired of the Boondocks. I really want to meet Aaron Magruder and talk about some things. But yeah, everything's going good. I had a beautiful birthday yesterday. If you guys couldn't tell, let me make sure this stays in shot. We're not covering up mommy, but we're going to keep the balloons in shot. But yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm so excited. We crossed 12,000, y'all. We are doing this. Yeah. Oh, yes. I have my king. It says Trash King, but that's okay. I got it from New York Comic Con. It was free, so I'm gonna use it. But I'm not just king. I'm not just king. I am husband, dad, wrestling legend. They already know what I'm wearing on Friday. First, I was gonna wear my levels above, acknowledge my tribal chief, but I think I like this one better, the one that has me celebrated as a dad. This was one of my birthday gifts. Figured I would wear it. Mike Shriver, yes, please, everybody, hit that like, comment, subscribe. Engagement drives a lot on YouTube. So more than anything, I definitely love and appreciate when you guys do give me the likes and subscriptions. I don't know how many likes we have yet. I'll probably check it out in a little bit. I see there's 100 people watching. Please, everybody, please, like seriously, please, 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 if you can show some support, please give a like. I have a lot to talk about tonight. I have some special stuff for you guys tonight. It's just me tonight. I don't have a guest tonight. So I'm gonna hold it down. I hope you guys don't mind. It's just gonna be me tonight, but I still have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I definitely know we have a lot of questions to answer after watching last night's episode. Like, yeah. Now, some of you might have saw me in the Discord and was like, "Yo, what is Anthony? Why is he biting his tongue? Why isn't he talking? Like, what is it that happens at the pool that Anthony's not saying?" Now you know. I couldn't say it. I couldn't say anything, and I definitely like. I know some people were like anxious and they're like, "Oh, I can't wait. I'm just gonna go click the spoilers," and then it just. In my opinion, that moment has the maximum effect when you don't see it coming, right? When you don't see that moment coming, when Dale walks into the faraway tree and then it just plays out the way it does from there. That right there, like, I didn't want to ruin that for y'all. That moment, like, I wanted y'all to all experience it the same way I did. Like, I just wanted y'all to have that feeling. I hope you respect that. Who else we have in here? I'm excited to get started. We 13 minutes in. I'm probably going to start at like another 5 minutes or so. Let's get started into the recap. But I definitely want to say my hellos from everybody. Janet Snakehole 28. Hello from the UK. Thank you for coming through. You staying up late tonight, Janet? What is it, like 10 o'clock over there? You hanging. I appreciate you hanging with us. I appreciate all my UK folks definitely for coming through. Who else we have in here? Delicious 83 from Scotland. Is it the same time zone? Hold on. Okay, Google. What time is it in Scotland?
Time in Scotland.
Yeah, it's 10:13. You a night owl too. I appreciate it. Listen, I'm gonna keep y'all around for a while. If you can't stay around for the whole thing, that's okay. We got a lot to cover. I'm about to get ready to get started. Who else we have up in here? We got Midori Liz. Midori Liz, thank you for coming through. I've seen you before. I definitely seen you before with the chocolate M&M. Thank you for coming through. Tim Simmons coming through from Maine. Hey. Camden, Maine. Oh man, who else we got up in here? Shell Denise, thank you for coming through, Shell Denise. We about to get started. We about to have some fun. Who else we got up in here? Delicious, yeah. Make friends. This is we all friendly up in here. I got admins in here now. Don't nobody get crazy. We got DDT up in here, right? You don't want to get hit with the DDT, right? Don't forget to slap this stream on your way in. Let's always show love. Yeah, slap that like button like boy slap Frank. Make sure you slap that like button. Oh man, that's me, Slovenia. I'm a regular at Real's Place, Slovenia. Okay. I have a friend from Slovenia. One of my former coworkers. He actually lives in what part? Now I'm gonna look it up because I know he's in Slovenia. He's a photographer in that area. He's always in the U.S. taking pictures. I meet up with him every once in a while. Man, now I want to hear that Slovak accent. All right. Let me calm down. All right, who else? I'm great, just chilling during it. Is a storm? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, listen, storms are actually some of my favorite days. I call those porch days, right? If you have a porch in the middle of a storm, a covered porch, right? Those are my favorite days to just sit on the porch, people watch, look at the cars go by, and like sip a little wine and have a good time, you know? But hey, you got to find, you got to make lemons out of lemonade, right? There's always a silver lining in everything. Good day from Sydney. Sydney, man, Larissa, thank you, Larissa. And what's that puppy's name in your picture? What is that puppy's name? That's a cute little doggy. Okay, Google. What time is it in Sydney?
Time in Sydney.
8:16 a.m. All right, you enjoying us with your coffee or tea on your way. Get it ready to start your Tuesday. I appreciate you for coming by. We got Ephraim Colbert coming in from San Francisco. All right, we starting to get up in here. There's about 127 people up in here. We've 11 minutes in. Thank you all. Yes, yes. King Anthony, enjoying my birthday. I am now another year older, another trip around the sun. Happy birthday to me. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Let me make sure I keep my phone close because I hate when sometimes people message me and I got a lot of stuff going on at the same time. Oh, Kayla's bestie. Thank you so much. Kayla's, have I told y'all how much I appreciate Kayla's bestie? First off, we've got a few people I need to give my thank yous to. I don't want to say people's last name, so I'm gonna just say, the right thing. Dahalia, thank you. Oh shoot, Dahalia. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Caitlin, thank you. Caitlin, what? 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 Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. For those of you who are not understanding what's happening right now, let me put my thing up. You guys might remember I'm not monetized right now. There's no super chat, no super sticker, no super thanks. Right now, if you do want to show me any sort of monetary support, you can. It's not mandatory. I always appreciate it if you can, though, because it just helps me to keep things going. But I really appreciate it. Dahalia, $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's a wonderful birthday gift. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I'm just like, I'm a little starstruck right now. I'm just not starstruck, but like I'm a little emotional right now. Thank you so much. Caitlin, thank you so much. I appreciate you for donating. Ketwana, oh man, thank you, Ketwana. You hit me with some money too? Where are you, Ketwana? You gotta let me know where you from. I love that beautiful name. Thank you. I love that $10 donation. Kayla's bestie, thank you so much. $10 donation. Vanessa Wicked. Vanessa, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really, really appreciate that, all that love and support. I know there's a bunch more people up in. Oh man, I'm so behind on messages. Hold on. I got to give some highs and thank yous real quick. Lake City, the Anime Food Fest is on Friday. Yes, that is on Friday. I'm going to wrestling Friday night. Who we got? We got Fromly Theory. Hey, what's going on, Fromly Theory? Thank you for coming through. Appreciate all the support. Hey, this is another one of our great supporters, part of the Fromly. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming through. It's Mantic Mondays Movies Day. I thought it was Movie Blog Monday. Mantic, I like that too. France is up in here. I know it's late on France. Thank you for coming by. Delicious. Thank you so much for the happy belated birthday. I really appreciate it, man. I'm still just taken aback by all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate that. We got our people up in here from Atlanta. Yo, I love Atlanta. I have a love-hate with Atlanta. I have a love-hate with Atlanta. You know what I have a problem with Atlanta about? It don't make no dang on sense. Y'all have like 12-lane highways with bumper-to-bumper traffic. Like, why is this a thing? Like, you know how us in New York and people in LA would love to have 12-lane highways? Why is there traffic? But yo, I love Atlanta. I appreciate you coming through. Lake City, Michigan. I haven't been over to Michigan yet. The only time I even been around that area was when I went to Chicago for a comic convention. I think it was last summer. Last summer I went there with my son. Happy 21st, Anthony. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm a little bit, my son is 21, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Carrie Simpson, love your energy. I never comment. Look, Carrie, listen, thank you for coming through. You are always welcome to comment. I'm going to be looking for all of these comments. Everybody will tell you, maybe I get carried away with looking for everybody, but you're always welcome. So glad you made it. You're going to have a great time. I have a lot to talk about. I have notes here. We're going to get into it. It's 5:21. E-Man, I see you in here, E-Man, yo, if y'all don't even know, E-Man from E-Man's Reviews, that's like my brother right here. Always wait a minute. See, E-Man be doing the most. He don't even have to be doing this much. E-Man, thank you so much. Happy birthday, E-Man, from my brother, E-Man, $100 Cash App. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Once you have a mailbag set up, all the Aussies will send you. What is a mailbag? Is that like another way to receive something? I don't know what, or you just mean like you want me to set up like a PO box? I think that's a PO box, right? Like a post office box. I get a private mailbox. I could do that. I could definitely get a mailbox. We got Brazil up in here. Maria Franco, you made the right choice coming in today. I see all these wonderful happy birthday wishes. I want to get to all of them, but I'm going to be losing so much time. Natives from Puerto Rico. Hey, I love all my Boricuas. I'm from the Bronx, so like, yeah, you already know. It's like I basically speak Spanish. I speak a little Spanglish. Right? I'm not gonna do it right now. I ain't gonna do it right now. Hello from the Netherlands. Hey, it's 11:15 p.m. Bianca, you doing good? You doing good staying up late. Thank you so much for coming through. I love Amsterdam. Maybe a little too much. I'm definitely gonna come back to the Netherlands. I appreciate it. New Zealand's in the house. Noah Rogers. I don't even know what time it is. I'm not gonna. You need to let me know what time it is. Thank you for coming through. New Zealand is one of the places on my bucket list. I want to go and visit Hobbiton. Like, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I know that you guys have it. I'm really looking forward to visiting there. Nick Velasquez from New York City. Yes, Mr. Velasquez. Thank you for coming through. NYC, stand up. All of my New Yorkers, I appreciate all of y'all for coming through. I'm about to get ready. Let me get started. I see some Baltimore. Hey, be safe. Right? That's what y'all taught me, right? Be safe in Baltimore. Hi from New Orleans. I love New Orleans. My mouth watering right now just thinking about New Orleans. That food. I honestly believe New Orleans has the best food in the United States. I don't know if this is really up for debate. Like, I don't even know. Like, there's nothing. None of it is healthy. None of it is healthy, but it's all like they take the whole tub of butter and just throw that stuff in the pot and make it delicious. Delaware, NYC, Delaware. I'm my mother had a house in Delaware. That's where my mother lived. So I'm always out in Wilmington, in Delaware. Always same place Biden lives, but let's not get political here. Nobody get political here. 2313 in Botswana. Lutuna Terea. Didn't we talk about this before? Che Kule. Che Kofinsa. All right. How am I seeing episodes week before us? Again? Okay. I am an accredited critic. I even have a membership card. I'm listed on the Critics' Choice website. And as a critic, I am sometimes privy to having access to films and television before their release in order to provide my opinion on the content ahead of general public release. So that is why I'm able to see episodes so far ahead of everyone, and get my videos edited and published in the time. Easiest said with Meg. Nah, you didn't miss much. We getting ready right now. So we need to start getting into this episode. I'm going to say hi to everybody for like 20 more minutes if I keep this up. So let me go ahead and let me get started. Also from the Bronx. You caught me with the Bronx. All right, Alley Cat. Did we do this before? What part of the Bronx? You talking Van Cortlandt? You talking North Bronx? Or are you talking like Soundview? Like, there's a big difference. I'm gonna look for your response. Thank you for coming through. Let's go ahead. You look for an extra monitor. Mike, we could talk. We could definitely talk. We could definitely talk. Yes, me and E-Man, like, man, y'all should know. Me and E-Man, we talk, right, all throughout the week. We exchange ideas. Sometimes, like, we got to be careful because we don't want to just put out the same content, right? That's not what we want to do. So we do bounce off each other. This is my brother. We've worked together for years. I don't even know how many years now. It must be closing in on 10 years now. I've been working with E-Man. This is my brother, right? Like, that's how I think of this dude. Come on, Gun Hill Road. Hey, listen, ain't no part of Gun Hill Road. All right, you win. You win. You win. I was on Jerome and Gun Hill. That was my stomping grounds. And yeah, everybody know Jerome and Gun Hill. Everybody know if you from the Bronx, you know Jerome and Gun Hill. A little past Montefiore, right by the 4 train. All right, so let me go ahead. Let me get started. We have a lot to talk about in this episode. So I was going to talk about things in like chronological order, but then I started writing out my notes and they didn't stay in chronological order. So instead, I'm going to just try to work with some of the things that stood out to me, and we're going to go from there. So I want to address one thing first before I even get too far started. I noticed a comment. It might have been today. It might have been yesterday. Well, what are y'all guys talking about? We ain't even get started yet. Alternate realities, time travel. Y'all know I can't focus. One thing I noticed was folks were asking, Lord, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. See, another brother. If you guys ever watch my red carpet videos on my channel of the Penguin premiere, people talking to Colin Farrell and the lady who plays Sophia Falcone, that is my brother Lord right here. Give this dude an ovation, give him a clap, give him some love. Definitely a very big talent on the come up right there. Listen to my brother Lord, appreciate it. Frankie, you got a From theory? Oh, at Fromly Theory. Oh, okay. So one thing I noticed was that people were asking in the comments, or at least there's this idea that the monsters are afraid of Boyd, right? Like they keep asking, like, why is Boyd still alive? How come they didn't take him out that night in the barn? How come they didn't take him out that night when Randall got taken? And so one of the theories that I saw with people saying that maybe the monsters were afraid of Boyd's blood. Did you guys see that one? Like the theory if they're afraid of Boyd's blood. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all, honestly. I don't think that they're afraid of Boyd's blood because when you think about it, first off, they've touched Boyd, right? And that night in the barn, after Boyd had the worms in him and took out Smiley, one of the monsters was like Boyd was sitting there. They took Mrs. Lou. He was like, "Oh hell no!" And he started trying to push one of them away. And that dude came back, and then he grabbed Boyd in the arm and slashed him. Wait, do I have a sticker on here? I'm sorry. It's a new shirt. It's a new shirt. Don't make fun of me. That's a real dad moment right there. But one of them joints slashed Boyd in the arm, right? And made Boyd bleed. that is not the actions of somebody in my mind who is afraid of Boyd's blood. So, I don't think that like he like reacted in any way to touching Boyd's blood or anything like that. Um, so I think whatever happened with Boyd's blood, yeah, Mary, I think it's over, right? I think that what it was happened and it's over. Now, I do think a couple things happened in that moment. I do think that let me rewind. I do think that Boyd had something in his blood. I believe that Martin was carrying the dark entity in him and it was feeding off him for years because it had no way to get out of that cave. And then Martin put it in Boyd in order for him to die. And then Boyd got it out of him when he put it into Smiley's body. That I definitely think happened. I think the cicada creature or the dark entity or whatever it is, that is still a problem, right? We're seeing it with Randall and he's getting attacked, and Julie is like, she's always hearing screaming and the only thing that helps her is smoking weed. I think that entity is still a problem. I don't think destroying the music box destroyed the entity. I think destroying the music box just took away one of its tools to interact with the people of the town. So I just wanted to kind of address that theory that was out there. Like, me and E-Man, we've been talking about this as to like sometimes we see theories online and it's like I don't want to come off like the wrong way, but I also want to help people with looking for clues and not just going down the wrong rabbit hole. So I'm not going to address all of them. I think that's also part of the fun of the show. This isn't some real mystery thing where we're trying. This ain't Squid Game, right? Like, this ain't Survivor. Like, you're not going to cost me $1 million if you go down the wrong hole. But I do want us to kind of work together in the right way. Now, the other thing that I wanted to kind of quickly address is this is a real quick one. So I think some of you guys saw in my deep dive yesterday, I was talking about how I believe Donna and Dale had like a secret relationship going on. Oh, I see. Y'all want to talk about the photos. All right, I'm you know what? Let me star this. I figured out the whole star thing. Let me star this. I'm gonna come back to that. Weed absolutely silences demons. Or it might cause, you might hear some new voices. Okay. Sal 3Pete binged every episode. This show is wild. Didn't know what I was missing. Listen, Sal 3Pete, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Watch it again. Like, watching it once, you notice the things that the show misdirected you to notice. But when you watch it the second time is when you really catch the things that help us put together these theories, because that's when we start noticing the minute details. That's when we start noticing the hangman stuff and the tarot card stuff. That's when we start noticing like Jim is the only person who climbs trees and Ethan is always spitting the truth. So definitely am glad to have you part of the family. South 3P, where are you from again? Where are you from? You got to let me know. But yeah, definitely recommend watching this show more than once. I usually watch every episode like 2 or 3 times, but where are we at? So Dale, right? Let me just, some folks was like, Anthony, what are you talking about? Dale and Donna, right? Like Dale and Donna, that I know they married in real life. I know, but why would I sit here and think that they have a secret relationship? So for a while, I kept feeling like Dale and Donna were like doing this, like, I don't know, almost like toxic stuff relationship. Like they spoke to each other in a different way, right? Man, I'm still happy with these cash apps. Thank you all. They spoke to each other in a different way. Like I would notice, like Donna would get extra aggressive with Dale. She only ever got that aggressive with anybody. The only other person was like Randall, right? She swung an axe at him, but she punched uh Dale out when he was being a jerk. Yeah, Kyla B. Dale and Donna are married in real life, like really, really married. She locked him up in that room overnight, and he was still like kind of cool. He's like, "Are you gonna let me out now?" Like he was kind of. They were kind of interesting about it, and at first I was like, I noticed it, and I didn't pay much attention to it. But then I always just kept this one in the back of my mind. Like there's something different about the relationship with Dale and Donna than any of the other characters. And then I was looking at last night's episode. Now, I think most people who watched last night's episode kind of walked away with the same thought as I did, which is Donna checking for Henry, right? Like she was kind of nice to Henry, and it was like, it could be something, it could be nothing. I don't know, right? Is Donna checking for Henry, Victor's dad? And maybe because like I know I put it in the video where like Henry, he was just he was going through that donation bin of clothes that they have, and he's trying to find him a shirt, and Donna just took it upon herself to be like no, homeboy, that's Old Navy. Let me take you upstairs to Banana Republic, right? Like she was like, you don't have to slum it with the rest of them. But she took him upstairs to show him, some new clothes, and he got some new clothes. And then I was like, it could be something, could be nothing. Why does she have an extra stash of clothes separate? Men's clothes? You know what I mean? I was just like, I was just wondering what was going on and why she had extra men's clothes. I'm like, so then I went and I started to look at the meeting, right? You guys remember the meeting, and Dale had his last words of the show. Well, some of his last monologues of the show before he got. And I wanted to pull up this clip. I should have had it ready for you all. Let me pull up this clip real quick. Here we go. 18. Let me rewind a little bit. I'm going to share my screen. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this scene. Now, bear with me, guys. My videos are not the same quality as yours. I'm like working off of other stuff because of my screener access. So you guys remember this scene from last night when there was the meeting, everybody was walking in. Do me a quick favor. Well, two quick favors. One, if you're just now coming in, please, everybody, please hit the like button. I know there's 231 people up in here. I don't know how many likes there are right now. I'm gonna see if I could check it. But if you can, please show me some support. I'm not monetized. I'm not making any money. If you can help me grow this channel with a free like, won't cost you anything. Please hit me with a free like. I would greatly appreciate it. 219 watching, 124 likes. So there's 100 of y'all I still got to convince. All right, let's go. So I want y'all to pay close attention to Dale, right? It's really, really small. It's really inconsequential. It doesn't really mean anything in the greater scheme of things, I don't think. But I'm wondering about this scene. All right, let me pause it for a second because I ain't trying to get no copyrights. Right? Y'all ready? All right. Thank you, DDT. I see you with the 100. Is it okay if I call you DDT? I don't want to just assume. Now I'm like being extra careful. Delsenia, thank you. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Let me rewind it in case you missed it, right? Look at my man Dale's face when Donna walks in with Henry, and look at who he's staring at. who he ain't looking at Donna. He's like, yo, who the fuck is this walking in with? Who the hell is he wearing my shirt? And nobody saw that. Like I saw, I'm gonna rewind it one more time. I'm gonna be one more time, and then I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But yo, he was not looking at Donna. He was looking at Henry, and he was giving this man the face, like, yo, this dude is rocking my fit. Yo, let me rewind it one more time, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. I promise. One last time. Look, Henry walks by. He's in the back. Donna's. Look at that look he's giving Henry. Yo, yo, I'm telling you, I really, really think something was going on with these two. Like, he gave Henry that. Yes. Dale was over here giving Henry all the shade. Like, I honestly think, my man, something was going on. And you got to remember what Colony House was, right? Like Colony House, we haven't really seen it since season 1, but Colony House was like a cesspool of sex. Like people were just, things was going on everywhere. We haven't seen sex in this show since like season 1, but but I wonder. You gotta understand, like everybody in that show seemed like they was in season 1 kept giving me poly vibes, right? Like there's sex going on in the middle of the living room, in front of the room of everybody. Fatima's having a girlfriend, she's kissing people, low-key grooming Julie to be part of a throuple. It just felt like a very poly except sex positive house. And I wonder if Donna subscribed to that. Right? Like, was she also sharing? Right? You know what I mean? So, did he see my man walking in with his fit and then just have a whole problem with it? That's what I'm sitting here wondering, like, for real. Like, did he see my guy Henry walking in with his fit, with what he thought was his girl, and have a problem with it? Anyway, I ain't gonna play it no more. I'm gonna let people rewind it if you want to see it. I caught it, and it just, to me, is one of those things that I feel like the show does to low-key communicate to us some things in the background. But yeah, that was one of my moments. So let me go ahead and check that off. Let me see, what did y'all think? I see some of y'all sitting here in agreement with me. Let's see. Jealous look, Bianca. Yes. What is he doing with my woman? Who is the lady with the head wrap? At NPC. We got a lot of them. Like, I felt like this diner scene established way better than any other scene just how many NPCs for all my folks from a different generation. That means non-playable character. That is a term that is used by people to refer to background characters, people who aren't actually, major players in the storyline. So if you ever hear me use the term NPC, I really just mean a non-playable character, somebody in the background. So this woman is just an NPC, as is this man with the glasses. There's a few of them. I feel like this scene here did the best to establish how many of them we really have in town. Like, we really haven't really taken account of all the people who have been here in the original Colony House group, as well as any who have come on the bus, right? Like, a bunch of people came on the bus, aside from them scattering and what happened with that one girl who had her head tied to stuck to a tree. We don't know who they all are. All right, Bianca was with me. Vic, yes, Vic. The side eyes was everything. He was to my man up just in case. Yes, it's not just me, right? Like, I saw the shade. And I was like, yo, I have to see if it's just me. I have to. Oh, adding random. Yes, random is another term for NPC. I sometimes say random too. I also sometimes say random. So if you hear me say random, that random there, that's just another one of my terms for a background character. 70 to 80 people total in the town. I believe it. I believe it. There's a lot of people up in here. There's a lot of people up in this room. It's definitely like 70 to 80 people up in here. All right. Let's see what else we got. We have cross that out. We talked about the monsters being allergic to Boyd's blood. They're not. One of my favorite things about this episode was the fact that Jade is leading the way in conversation amongst the people. I remember in seasons 1 and 2, I really like Jade was only willing to talk to people he thought was like on his that he could respect, right? Like if you're not at a certain like he was a little pretentious about the way he moved. And if you weren't like of even a certain in his mind level of intelligence, then he wasn't even going to give you the time of day. But now this season he's been more open to talking to everyone. He's been talking to Kenny and Christy about what he's been seeing. He's definitely talking to Tabitha. She has the most respect from him as far as when it comes to someone to share information with, because they have so many things that are overlapping. But he's also willing to work with people who are willing to work with him, right? He used to want to work with Jim. Gothic girl, you here? Yes. That's I always take time for Gothic girl. Yeah, I don't even know. But he used to give respect to Jim, but then Jim messed it up, right? Jim was like, he was always half invested at first, right? He's like, oh, you got a radio, let's try, right? Even like what I liked about Jim back in season 1 was that I felt like there was a balance to his character. He was spending some time trying to figure out the mystery, and he was spending some time trying to keep his family safe. And I really couldn't fault the man in the way that he was moving. I didn't like his personality all too much, but I felt like the decisions that he was making and the way that he was moving made sense. He's got multiple different things that he's juggling, and it was logical to me, and I respected it. And then season 2 came along. And then Jim met Randall. I almost kind of like blame Donna, because Donna was like the only other person who heard the voice on the radio. But Donna was not at all interested in trying to solve the mystery. All she was interested in doing was just trying to keep her head above water. And that rubbed him the wrong way, especially when she just dismissed him. Now, something that I've noticed with Jim's character is that he's dealing, in every character in the show, but with his character, he's dealing with the baggage of feeling like he's not being heard, or he's being ignored, or his voice doesn't matter. And, he gets into these things with his wife. They were going through a divorce. And he's obsessed with keeping the family together. Jade was willing to work with Jim until Jim went off the deep end with Randall, because he was the only person who was willing to listen to him. And ever since he realized Randall wasn't a reliable person to help him, then he just got quiet. What happened to the other pregnant NPC lady? They show her leaving the van after the Colony House carnage. I'm going to look back for that. I'm going to star this. I'm going to look back for that. I don't remember another pregnant person, but if there is one, I'm going to see what I can find. From divorced almost to overprotective of Tabitha last episode is crazy. Yes. Because like now he's at a point where he doesn't feel secure, and his insecurities are like messing things up. I'm glad that I'm so glad that Jade gave him the business for like, yo, you saw the magic tree and you didn't say nothing. First off, why are you doing this off camera, right? You went to the bottle tree, you climbed the tree, you took down one of the bottles and opened it. You came home, you made some nasty dinner for Ethan, and you ain't say nothing to nobody. I got a problem with Jim doing all this stuff off camera. This is not like cool, Jim. And I'm glad that Jade gave him the business for doing some of that silly stuff. Let's not even forget about him ditching his kids. I didn't even talk about him ditching his kids. Oh, wait, hold on. Woo! Thank you, my guy, Lord. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the $20 Cash App. Look, now I got gas money. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody, if you're just now coming in here, please give this video a like. I think we have almost 300 people watching. I think last time I saw it, it was like 170 likes. Please, I got 100 of y'all to convince. Let's get into it. But please give this video a like. It doesn't cost anything. I'm not getting monetized. I appreciate if you could just give this video a like. It does so much for me because when I do get monetized again. But what did y'all think about Jim in this episode and his obsession with his family, right? I honestly think some of it has to do with him still coming through the trauma of losing Thomas. But what did everyone else think of the moments with Jim? Let's see. I see a few people commenting. Wait, LOL, Mr. Blog, you so crazy. Thank you. I'm crazy in a good way. Appreciate you. Tabitha feels more comfortable with Jade. They have more courage. She's just, whoa. I don't think Jim is out here trying to break up a happily. Jade is trying to break up a happy home here. I don't think he's doing that. Matter of fact, I'm still curious as to what kind of relationship our boy Jade had with Toby. I don't know if that was just a regular friendship. I don't know if they might have had a relationship. They might have been a couple. You know, I've been sitting here sitting on that for a while. And I haven't seen anything yet to dismiss that idea. I remember that time that girl from Colony House was like, yo, I would have rode you like a alabaster dragon. Jay just had a weird look on his face like, oh. Me? Like it was a weird look. Like he was just like, he wasn't disgusted. He was slightly flattered. He was just confused, right? He had that weird, confused look on his face. Like, and I was wondering, like, what are you trying to tell me? So I noticed the chemistry. I noticed the chemistry with them working together. They have good working chemistry. But we'll see. I think it was Thomas on the phone from an alternate reality, possibly. Maybe, you know, this could be some dark matter thing, but I'm curious if it does go down that path, but I haven't seen anything to confirm it just yet. In Jim's defense, his daughter and son have been acting goofy. Can we be honest? His kids can be goofy, but as a dad, you're the one who's supposed to kind of lead, right? Like when we talk about like familial roles and things like that, he is supposed to be leading and they're going to follow his example. So if he's erratic, they're erratic. Well, going back to what I was saying earlier, back in season 1, Jim was balanced. Jim was a lot more balanced in the way that he was moving. And in that time, his kids were more balanced. Ethan wasn't nearly as creepy as he was in season 2. But as Jim started to change, so did his children. So, yeah, I understand. The kids are weird, but yeah. Jasper definitely needs to make an entrance next episode. That's a good one. Ellis is a waste of screen time. If he dies, he dies. Damn. We don't want to see if he's important to the painting on his wall, the flood, the naked Adam Garden of Eden scene. We don't care. That's what we doing. Damn, Ellis. Damn. Watch. Next time I talk to Cordion, I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna tell on y'all. Jim is supposed to be Jade, if that makes sense. Yes, or at least that's the. I think we project that on him a little because he does fit that mold of like what we think the hero of the story would be, right? He's the father. Um, he's got normal hero energy, like kind of like when we were watching Lost and that doctor was the main dude. He gives that kind of same kind of energy. So we kind of like want him to be that. But I honestly think Tabitha is the main character of this story, not Jim. Jim is weird. Yes. Tabby don't needs to be saved. He needs to get over that. She's gonna save his ass. Yes. Look. Yes. Tabitha is the hero of this story. I'm on board with that. I'm glad you're on board with that too, Greek girl. Love your little mask. Who else we got up? Oh man, I'm 5 minutes behind. Now you got gas money. Look, every little bit helps, right? Because like, Lisa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that $20 Cash App. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Like, now I got gas money and lunch money. Y'all don't even know. Like, I went through Comic-Con and I was like, don't spend anything. like I am. I don't need to hear all that. But thank you. It goes a long way. I'm gonna see if I could get my son something when we go to SmackDown on Friday night. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you. Lisa, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate that. I was looking forward to the Jade and Jim duo, but I was looking forward to it too, because one was the thinker, one was the engineer, right? Like one was like, I have a plan, here's how you execute it. It made sense to me. But we'll see what happens with them as we go forward. How do you donate? Gina Schneider, I have a couple ways to donate. I have a Cash App right here. I have Venmo, and I also have PayPal. Do I have PayPal in here? You know what? Let me edit this real quick. Let me put the PayPal up in here. I don't know. There we go. Let me save that. There it is. That is how you can donate if you want to support me. I have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. I also have a Patreon. So I'm patreon.com/themovieblog. For all my Patreon members, thank you all for coming through. Let me give a quick shout out to all my Patreon members. Yeah, I be getting some good stuff. Like I be putting stuff in Patreon that I be like, you know what? Let me see if this hits before I put this in front of a larger audience. So I know there's like I think 16 to be out on the Patreon right now. So thank you all for coming through. I know that we have Gothic Chick is up in here. We got Tiptoe up in here. We got Antwain up in here. Veronica, Vanessa's up in here. Kayla's bestie, Mac, Shay, Sanity, artist Kirsten. I appreciate all of you. So if you want, I'm gonna throw that in there as well. You can hit me up on patreon.com/themovieblog. I post things in there before I put them on YouTube. I put my interviews up there first, except for this last one. I didn't have time. I apologize. But for the most part, I put my interviews up in there first. I put my little clips up in there first. I put my little images where I like disprove theories in there first. I know that people had that one theory that maybe Martin and the Catholic priest that Tabitha saw when she went to Maine, into Camden, Maine, maybe they were the same person. If you look on my page now, I actually put something up about how that they're not even the same actor. But yeah. I'm sorry. Gary Teflon said that Jim only likes plants if he thinks of them, and I can't unsee it. Jim, damn, I'm gonna have a problem unseeing it too. Well, no, because Jim, the whole radio wasn't Jim's plan. That was Jade's plan. That was Jade's plan. Jade made the plan about putting the radio and using it to get a radio signal out after he spoke with the bartender dude and was talking about Schrodinger's box. So he follows other people's ideas sometimes. I'm gonna give him a little bit of respect. He should have cussed the townsfolk clean out. Yes, he should have. Yes, he should have. You talking to my wife like that? You talking to me like that? So now we have a problem. I don't care if I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna fight back. Movie blog. What do you think we'll see on the Fatima ultrasound? Don't read my face. Next question. Can you and E-Man do like a collab on the next episode? Me and E-Man usually do a couple collabs. And so we talked about, we did the preseason collabs. We collabed once or twice when the trailers came out. We talked about doing a mid-season collab, and then we talked about doing a finale collab. So there are more collabs coming. I don't know when. We're definitely going to do one for the finale. That one I promise you will happen. If we do one prior to that, let me think about that. Let me think about that. We got to see. Ellis is the best character. Ellis, I feel for Ellis because Ellis is like people are mad at Ellis saying he's useless right now, and to an extent he's being used by the story to show us certain things. He's one of the walking pieces of evidence that this town heals people at a really rapid pace, right? So we know that Ellis got stabbed, he fell off a roof, he had a whole bunch of stuff happen to him. So we know that Ellis is being used by the plot in a bunch of different ways. If only y'all could see what I'm seeing. Hold on. I think she got it. You all right over there? You need some help? I can help. The Frumley will understand.
Hi, Frumley.
The wife said hi, y'all. All right. I'm coming. Hold on 1 second, y'all. You're welcome. All right. I'm back. I love y'all, but I love my wife more. I'm always willing to stop what I'm doing if she needs my help, like Jim should. Ellis is stuck in a weird spot because he's coming into himself, right? He's at that age, or he's at that stage of life where he's going from like irresponsibility to responsibility, and that transition is not easy for men. At least it wasn't easy for me. And I know when you don't have you have to figure things out. And it's almost like, just walking around in the dark with your hands in front of you. That works. No, that's sharp. Does this work? Nope. That one's wet. Does this work? All right. This is a door. I can go through that. He's at that stage in his life where he's trying to figure himself out. And he had an interesting moment in this scene, actually. Let me see if I could find it. Like, they were like, where's Tabitha? And I remember Fatima was going off on Tabitha. And at first, Ellis was quiet. Ellis was real quiet. And then when he saw Fatima was super passionate about what she was saying, then he jumped in. He was like, oh, if she's mad, I'm mad too. And I saw it and I was like, yo, I understand that moment, because you're trying to figure out, I got to show this woman, my wife, loyalty. And I also need to stand up for her. So I see Ellis is in a weird space right now. I don't know what they're saving him for, But I'm not as nearly as mad at Ellis as everyone else. Toby and Jade weren't just friends for real. It's not just me. It's not just me. That one's an old one. Let me scroll down. Next episode has a ooh. Jim's making up for his idiosyncrasies from almost losing Tabby, but he is not reliable to even watch his own children. This is true. This is true. Am I wrong? But Matthew's family is the only one with all members alive, except for Thomas. Except for Thomas. 100% the final season of the scene will be Eloise. I don't know. I hope so. What Toby died? When did that happen? Toby was the person that was in the car with Jade when he first came to Fromtown. He was in like the hospital, and Sarah like took a scalpel to his neck and cut out his tongue. So that's who I mean when I say Toby. I can't stand that they're all starting to question Boyd. He's done everything in his power to help everyone in town, even risk killing one. What have they done? You know, he's arguing with a bunch of randoms, NPCs. He's arguing with a bunch of background characters. But they are to reflect what is actual frustration people might feel in that moment. If you heard that somebody finally found a way home after you sat there and you watched some of your closest friends die around you over the past year or two, you might get a little on edge too. Right? Let's not forget, it's not like we can at least just, kill some time by scrolling through Instagram, watching some YouTube. No, they are stuck there with their thoughts. Right? All they got is some poor man's vodka and whatever weed that Donna be growing, and that's it. And books. That's their only entertainment. So I kind of understand why they were so upset. The voice on the phone was the ventriloquist. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. Way making love in a faraway tree. What we talking about? What we see, Marjoram? I wish Toby didn't die so Jade could have some kind of person partner this town with him. Toby died and he had to bother everybody. Yes. But he seems like the type of person that's okay with figuring it out. The kids are super annoying. Yeah, Lord. These kids are wild annoying, but the kids. So here's one of the points that I wanted to make too, right? And I've said this before. Nobody listens to Ethan. Nobody listens to Ethan. So one of the things that I get frustrated by is the fact that Ethan is often the only person in the room who knows something, right? So here's Ethan over here, like, look, you see this? Ethan is dropping knowledge. Look at the dumb look on Jim's face. Jade is excited for a second, like, oh shoot, the bottle tree. You know about that. Jim is like, and then what happens? He immediately stopped talking to Ethan and immediately switched to talking to Tabitha. That is wild to me. This is the only person in the room who knows about the trees. He says Victor, the person that everybody's trying to get information from, told him about the trees. He has information and nobody's listening. This is why this kid is getting creepy, right? Like now he's starting to go full emo. Like he's just like, oh, you don't want to listen to me? I'm gonna start breaking things and killing animals, or watch, my goat is gonna die. That's how that starts, right? We need to give these kids attention. But he's sitting here telling them everything, and they're ignoring him, and it drives me nuts. What else is? Oh man, I'm so behind. These comments are not refreshing, y'all. I'm sorry. Look, I'm that's not a spoiler if that's what you're wondering. That's not a spoiler. I'm not saying that the goat dies. I'm just saying this is the kind of stuff that makes kids go there. What else we got? There's so much character evolution in this show. Man, Alexis, I'm clicking a lot of your comments. There's so much character evolution in this show. The fact that Jade went from most hated to fan favorite needs to be studied. Yes. Yes. You know, I know sometimes people get disappointed when like we're not always figuring out the mystery, or they're not giving us answers, or we're not progressing the story forward in that aspect. But what they are doing is they're doing a masterclass in character studies, right? I won't say masterclass. That's a little strong. This ain't Breaking Bad. This ain't The Sopranos. This ain't even Penguin. But this is really, really good character study. And there's so many different characters. This is almost like I won't say Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, but it's like it's trying to imitate that in a way, right? It's like Tabitha has her own storyline and her growth. Jade has his own storyline and growth. Jim, Donna. Like, and you can watch, like, if you cut out all their scenes with just them, you could see their characters change over the course of the few days. Like, one of the things that I pointed out was like how some people said, oh, Donna just broke. No, Donna didn't just break. They've been showing hints of Donna breaking since season 1, but they're so sparse and they're so few and far between that maybe we're not following it from beginning to end. Plus, there's so many other characters to follow. So there's that too. But this is definitely a really, really good show when it comes to character studies. Ethan calmed down since his mother's been back. Yes. He ain't saying nothing morbid about it yet. And that's the first time he decided to say something helpful. Something isn't right about Jim. What really happened to the baby? He blames his wife. Jim hates the only people that are playing a role in going home, Jade and Victor. He hates anybody who interferes with his pursuit of what he imagines is the idealistic family in this moment. If you get in the way of that, then you're a problem. Jade being a fan favorite despite being a raging alcoholic. You mean relatability? That's relatability. What else we got? Dale said he slapped the like button. Yes, Lisa. Yes, y'all. There's 327 people. There's always like 100 people who are like on the fence. They're like, I think I'm gonna like it. Maybe. Is it free? It's free. But do I want to give it to him? He ain't even that funny. I don't know. Look, I am that cute. Okay, please give me the like. Come on, hand it over. Give me that like. Give me that like. Give me that like. There's 300. Some of y'all up in here watching. Please give me another like. I'm playing. Let's see. It's all in fun, but I feel like there's a lot of hate to Jim in here. There's a lot of disappointment, right? So sometimes we express ourselves and very strongly, but really it's just because we start to see ourselves in the characters, which is a credit to the writing, and then we get disappointed when the characters don't do something that we want them to do. So I don't think anybody in here really hates Jim as a person. Like, he hasn't, like, people hate Randall, right? He's a character you can hate, but Jim, he's just disappointing. Ethan is definitely stealing. Who's so where is that gun? Didn't Boyd take that gun? So now Boyd's got 2 extra guns. Boyd's got a lot of guns. Bach, they're gonna make some jerk goat from Mama. I hope so. Curry goat. Have I ever had jerk goat? I don't know if I ever had jerk goat. It sounds like it would be good. But Alma, that make my mouth water. She would have been in that pot. What happened to the monster Jasmine? I think so. We don't always see the monsters every episode. They pop up every once in a while, in and out. Like, sometimes I lose track of how many monsters we got. Like, somebody had to point out to me that we have a bride. I forgot we had a bride. I lost track of her. But yeah, I'm sure she'll pop up again when they need her to. Victor said the bottle tree brings you to the lighthouse. Ooh, excuse me. That was a lie. I think Victor was telling what he thought to be the truth at the time. And I think that was based off of his mother, Miranda, using the bottle tree to always get to the lighthouse. So this brings me to one of my other points. Actually, am I going to jump to this now? Let me scroll through real quick. Yes, Alexis, you have a safe space. You can always come through on Movie Blog Mondays, and we're going to talk about this. There's also a bunch of other YouTube channels. Honestly, look, if I really want to be honest with y'all, I honestly think I'm the best YouTube channel. Like, I watch a lot of the other YouTube channels, no disrespect, but I honestly feel like this is the most fun YouTube channel to go live with, because I think it's a lot more fun in here. It's a different energy. We're not just being like academic about studying the show, like, oh, well, if you study the numbers 7 and 4 and multiply them by to the third power, we're not doing all that here, right? I'm taking a more practical approach, like, hey, this is how TV shows typically work. This is what writing is supposed to do. This is how complicated you can make shows, because otherwise you're going to lose people. And the last thing an executive producer wants you to do is to put something on television that people will feel like they're not smart enough to follow. So I think this is the best live, but there's definitely a lot of other places where you can also have a lot of Frumly on YouTube. So you're in the right spot. But yeah, I think this is going to bring me. Yeah, I'm a little behind, right? Not too far behind. Oh, shit. Yes, I am. Kayla's bestie. Yes. First off, hey, girl. You know I appreciate you, right? You one of my favorites. You, Gothic Chick, Delsenia. Not to make anybody one of y'all feel less than, but I rock with Kayla's bestie. I rock with Gothic Chick. I rock with Delsenia, because I remember when I first started on YouTube, I had started going live. I had so much self-confidence issues, and they were some of the first ones to make me feel like I could be confident. I could be, I could do this. And they gave me the encouragement I needed. And that's why I'm always like, hey, certain people I call out, and they were made me feel special at a time when I didn't have that confidence. So I always appreciate Kayla's bestie and a whole bunch of you. Some of y'all hear me call you out all the time. Real Enigmas and Theories, thank you for coming through. Hey, appreciate you over here. Now we got another mod up in here. Don't act out of line. Now we got a whole squad here today. But I want to get to the next point where we was talking about whether or not Victor was lying about the tree. So I think Victor was talking about what he knew at the time. And your lives are very fun and cool. I gotta go. Bye, Wild Marjoram. Peace. Always going to give you some time and love too. Thank you so much. I'm gonna throw some of you up on the screen while I speak. Victor was talking about the tree from what he knew to be true. Now, one thing that I said before, I think I was on a live with someone else, and I was like, hey, I think the trees have a temperament. And I remember I said it in the panel with some other creators, and they were like, a temperament? What are you talking about, Anthony? What do you elaborate? And I was like, yo, I think that they have like they do what they want to do. Like they at the airport waiting on tell Taran, not Tehran. First off, tell him I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name, and thank him for coming on the live. And thank you too. And Taran, I really appreciate him. I remember saying this in this panel, and everybody was like, no, they don't. What are you talking about? The trees don't have a temperament. The trees have rules. You go into a tree, and then they just basically dismissed me. And I remember holding on to that for myself for a while. And then I started to get more evidence. And this episode definitely gave more evidence to it. The trees, in my opinion, have a personality. I don't think it's about the right tree or any tree like that. I think each tree is different. I think each tree almost has the ability to send you where it wants to send you. They move, they teleport you, yeah, like the Lord of the Rings trees, like the Ents. Thank you for coming through, Nalia, my new blurred order. The first time we saw one of the faraway trees give demoed for us was when Victor took Ethan to a faraway tree, and he picked up a rock and he drew a smiley face on it, and he dropped the rock in the tree, and then the rock fell from the sky. I think that particular tree recognized that Ethan was an important person and wanted to go along with the demonstration. Not to mention, they were following the boy in white who led them to the tree. So it could be that the boy in white is the one corralling the trees to make them do what they're supposed to do, or he's doing something. He's influencing them in a way, and as is Ethan, to make them play nice, to help them corroborate with what they're supposed to be doing. I think in that moment, it was important for Ethan to learn how the trees work, to have a good demonstration. And when Victor dropped the rock in the tree, the tree was like, all right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to drop it at a safe distance so it doesn't fall on your head. The other time we saw the tree was when Victor, I think he might have even took her to the same tree, took Julie to a tree during the night at a Colony House massacre. And when he took Julie to the tree, she ended up far away from Colony House, like in the what is that place? The I want to say cave. It's not the caves. It's the cellar. The cellar that Jade saw the rock thing, and where Victor stayed overnight. It took her so far away from danger. It took her to the other side of town where she was safe. The root cellar. Thank you, Bitey. So I think that the trees do have a temperament, and they take you where they want to take you, based off of a number of different things that could be going on, whether they just like you, they dislike you, or they recognize that you're important. I think Miranda, I don't want to say relationship with the tree. That just sounds weird, a little too strong. But I think that there was some sort of connection between her and that bottle tree with the faraway tree, so that whenever she went through it, it always took her to the lighthouse. I see what you're saying, Fromly Theory. I'm going to catch that. I'm going to circle back to that. And I think that relationship was why she put the bottles on the tree, because she was like, yo, this tree rocks with me. Anytime I go in it, it takes me to the lighthouse. This is my tree. Now, we all thought there was a rule. This bottle tree takes you there no matter what. But that's not the case. You're welcome, Taryn. Appreciate you. This episode showed us that's not the case. Dale went through the tree. Dale was not someone that it deemed worthy, right? Like some real Mjolnir stuff. He wasn't worthy. So when Dale went through the tree, he needed to be made an example of. Don't think you could just stick yourself up in here like chastity, mother. Like, you can't just stick yourself up in here and think I'm gonna just take you wherever you want to go. That's not how this works. So I think that it is absolutely, I think I'm right that the trees have some sort of temperament, whether it could be a personality, whether they're former residents of the town. I don't know all that yet. I'm not going to say all that yet. Like, maybe the people who died are the trees. Maybe they're the kids in the forest. I don't know all of that yet. What I will say is what I feel confident in is that these trees will take you someplace they want to take you. I'm sorry. I be saying stuff off the cuff. I'm freestyle. Like when at least when I do the pre-recorded stuff, I can practice my jokes and make sure they're safe. But Oh man. But yeah, this man learned the hard way. These trees take you where they want to take you. I'm sticking with that. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to address in this episode. We talked about nobody listening to Ethan and how they doing wrong. They messing up big time by not listening. This man, it bothered me so much. I was like, you know what? Let me play it again. They look so surprised too. They're like, oh. He's dropping knowledge and nobody's paying attention. Oh. They need to listen to Ethan, yo. We all need to pay attention to Ethan, right? So some of you guys might have noticed I have a short. It went kind of popular. It had like 100,000 views. It was a short where I did Who is the Cromanacle? And it was just a snippet I had out of one of my season 2 videos. If you guys are new to the From channel, you guys can't hear the video? Oh, my bad. I didn't know. This thing. Can I play this in Chrome? Let me see if I could play it in Chrome. Maybe I can. Because Chrome, it always plays the sound from Chrome. It's just whenever I play it from something else, it gets a little weird. Choosing that one. Let me see. Let me go to Chrome. Go to Open. I'm sorry, I don't have an MGM Plus subscription where I could just whip up the video and play it. Not that. All right, let me see. Will this work? Sometimes it's work. All right, I can play it in phone. Here we go. I got y'all now. Let me tear y'all out over here for a second. Let me present, share screen, Chrome tab. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
A bunch of them in the forest, but this one has bottles on.
I need to talk to you. Wait.
They're called faraway trees.
Faraway trees, not far away, far way. FARWAY. I actually looked that up. All right, y'all hearing it? All right, cool. My man is dropping knowledge, and like, look at Jim's face. I know people still wondering why I got the crown on. I just messed my crown up. Hold on, let me fix it. But in case you're wondering, it's my birthday. Go Tony! It's my birthday. I know, another year around the sun. I made it, God willing. God is good. Amen. He wait, what? What is going on? What is going on? E-Man, what are you saying now? Oh man. E-Man be distracting me sometimes. We've been having a whole conversation about Aaron Pierre as Green Lantern. And I talked about it a bit on the New Blurred Order stream. I'm not going to go off from on this stream, but it's a thing.
There's a bunch of them in the forest, but this one has bottles on it.
The lighthouse.
I hate how they just immediately start looking back at Tabitha. Like he just didn't say, oh, they have names. Victor told me about them. There's a whole bunch more in the forest. He has so much information. Oh my goodness, we went off on a tangent. I'm getting some. Thank you so much. Debbie, Lisa, Latrice, Unicorn, Sheldon. E-Man talks like E40. Yeah, he do. He be saying like, yo, you know, you got, he be dropping, yo. Yeah, I don't even know how much me and this man be going back and forth. Alexis, thank you. Mine's the 22nd. Actually, my birthday was yesterday. It was the 20th. But my brother's birthday is the 22nd. So the party's not over. The party's not over. Kyla, thank you. Veronica, let me make sure this stays in the shot. Yeah, I didn't even know y'all lost track. Come on. Let me move mommy over here. I got so many surprises for y'all. I forgot to give y'all. I forgot. Too much stuff going on. But yes, it's my birthday. Who's in my room? Thank you. But yeah, they need to pay attention to Ethan. Man, I'm Libra gang. Yes. Libra gang. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes. No disrespect to the Scorpios on the 22nd. We close. All right. Later on, Tabitha also says that trees are funky and implies others may be aware, but nobody's curious about what that means for the pocket dimension universe they're in or whatever. Yeah, I mean, one of the best things that I loved about Jade in this scene was the first thing he asked Tabitha was, "Can you get back to the lighthouse without the tree?" This man is thinking 3 steps ahead, right? This is some real genius thinking, right? Like, this is when I see Jade show us those moments where he's like, yes, I'm very, very smart, because the first thing I want to do is I want to eliminate variables. Let's try to reduce the amount of variables there possibly is. We need to get to this tree without going through. We need to get to this tower without going through the tree. Oh my goodness, all these birthdays, all these Libra gangs. Yo, the 12th. Happy belated birthday, happy early birthdays. Listen, we're going to Anime Food Fest on Friday. This party's not over. We still celebrate. I might even show up with my crown. Who knows? But yes. Dolly, thank you so much. Happy birthday to you and your brother. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to all my October babies, right? All my October babies, whether you're the 1st to the 31st. We have, I feel like, you know, some people who get birthdays in the summer, they used to stunt in school. Like, yeah, I went to Disney World for my birthday. I got to do all this because I wasn't in school. First off, your parents paid double. Second off, we had a whole bunch of fun because our birthdays were during the school year. And not only was our birthdays during the school year, and we had the pizza party and we had class canceled for the rest of the day, we had it during nice weather. Like, October is not that bad. I love hoodie season. Anyway, let me get back on track. Going to sip some Bacardi like it's your birthday. Oh, man, my mother-in-law got me a nice big Bacardi bottle for my birthday. It's like, how did you know? Like, she doesn't give me Hennessy because then I'll just start fighting. She's like, you know, you can get you some Bacardi and you can have your little sip, baby. Go ahead. This is seltzer, y'all. This is seltzer. I'm drinking seltzer. Imagine if everyone in town thought like Jade. If everyone in town thought, I clicked you again. I'm saying, not a bad thing, but you hit it with the comments today. Imagine if everybody thought like Jade. Yeah, I mean, if everybody thought like Jade and they were all working together, they'd be home. This would have been a 1-season show. It would have been over. Movie blog. Did you just turn 38? Maybe 38 or 40? I'm older than 40. My son is 21. I just, you know, when me and my son stand next to each other, people think we're siblings. Can I show you a picture of my son? He was just here for my birthday. He was just celebrating it with me. He'll just pop in my house and eat my food sometimes. I know I'm going off on another tangent. Like, yeah, I came here from. I'm talking about my kids. He won't mind. He's an adult. I could put him up. So here's me and my son. Took my son to the White House, show him my future home. I was like, look, son, goals, right? This is where we're going to be. So we was walking right in front of the Oval Office or whatever. When we went to Washington, D.C., that was a fun trip. Took my boys there. But yeah, I'm older than 40. I'm married to a Libra, can confirm they're dope. Look, you made the right decision. My wife has been like realizing she made the right decision since she met me. What else we got? Libra gang 920. Oh man, we're going off on this tangent. Let me get back to from. So yeah, what I also love is that Jade has a lot of common threads to work with now. He's at this point where he has his Tabitha back to, bounce ideas off of. Did my focus go funny? I feel like my focus went funny. And also there's a lot of threads that are now tying it together. TC is one wild, one turn from the corner. Yes. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I didn't go around the block. I stayed on the front side of the White House. I ain't go around the block. I thought you were in your 20s. Yeah, right. Me and my son look like brothers. Nobody believes that I'm his dad. All right, I'm going back on another tangent. Jade has so many threads to connect together now. So one thing that he can connect together is that he told Tabitha he saw the Nkui kids, which I thought was great. I thought that was great. He finally, here we go. Come on, guys. I'm trying to talk about From. The focus is fixed now. I think the focus fixed now. I think I'm good. You look real good, man. Thank you, Nova. Thank you, Nova. Where you checking in from? What city? You look good for your age. I'm 53, and look it. I'm sure that's not true. If you look great in that thumbnail. It's your birthday. Talk about whatever you want. Okay. Look, I want to talk about From. I like talking about all this stuff, honestly. I like talking about my life. I like talking about movies. I love talking about television shows. I love everything. Nigeria. Okay. I want to visit Nigeria so bad. All right. A quick little tangent. I did a ancestry DNA thing. You guys might be familiar with it. My family is like African American. Like one side of my family is like Caribbean. The other side is like South. We from the South. So one thing that afflicts African Americans is that, we don't know our heritage, right? We know we're descendants of Africa, but Africa is a humongous continent, right? It's probably the largest continent out there. And we just don't know where in Africa we're from, or if maybe we even have some Indian descent in us because of the way that things were going back then. So I did the ancestry DNA, and I found out that I am 30% Nigerian, and it's the largest portion out of all of it. It was like Nigerian, Western Bantu people, and a few other places, but Nigeria was definitely the largest percentage in my DNA. So I was like, I've traveled so many places in the world, and one thing I've noticed, like, people confuse me to be whatever they are. Like, I went to Panama, and people were like, "Yo," and I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" He was like, "Us Panamanian, you're a Panamanian man. You're not supposed to wear pants, right? Like you're not supposed to wear shorts or something like that." And I was like, I'm not. Wait a minute, do I get a discount? like what do we? So anyway, but yeah, I found that I'm 30% Nigerian. I want to visit Nigeria very bad. So yeah, let me get back to the thing though. That was my little tangent. Croatia, Slovenia. Yes. Mike Shriver. I'm only 5'2", so the majority of my DNA is Munchkin. I'm part of the Lollipop Guild. Listen, that's okay. Some of my best friends are like me, and we're vertically challenged, right? I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'7". I told my wife I was 5'8" when I met her, but she found out. Nalia, you 42%? Yes. Listen, let's go. It's good to find out that information and know your Bible. Yes. And I'm not gonna be overly religious here, but yes, I'm a God-fearing person. DNA stuff cap. They said I'm 40% Irish, 35% European, 5% and 20% fam. I'm black as hell. So here's the thing that you got to understand about the DNA stuff. It's only as accurate as other people from the region you're from submit. So unless, let's say, so like I told you, like, part of my family is Caribbean, right? Like my one side of my family is Caribbean. Jamaica didn't light up for me. It just would not light up until like maybe the last month and a half, when I don't know, maybe somebody saw the ancestry DNA was on sale and they finally did it and Jamaica finally lit up for me. But I knew I was Jamaican. But try to get a Jamaican to give away their DNA to some company. You have a much better time going into their restaurant at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and getting some sweet plantains. You're not going to get them to do it. I'm 100% European. I wanted to cry. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with being 100% European. You know, that's great. How many percent Nigerian, Anthony? It's at 30%. I mean, let me pull it up again. Man, we going off on some tangents. Man, it says I am. No, those are my origins. They're my traits. These are the regions. Oh, it adjusted. Now I am 23% Nigerian, 20% Western Bantu, 17 Benin and Togo, and then it goes down from there. There's some Wales. I'm partially from Wales. I'm partially from Scotland. I'm a little Scottish. I have some Sweden. I have some Norway. I have some Portugal. I have some England. I think that is self-explanatory where the rest of that comes from. 74% English, the rest is Irish, Welsh, Scandinavian. You know, one thing I love is when people can identify where they're from, right? Like I have people at work, I'm like, oh, you know, where are you from? They're like, oh, you know, my dad is Irish, my mom was Italian, they got together, right? Like, or I'm full-blooded Italian, whatever that is. And it's like, I envied it a little bit. Like I just didn't know. See, another Jamaican who says here he ain't giving his DNA to no company. Thanks. And that's why it took so long for Jamaica to light up. No, you can't figure out your tribe from a DNA test. And I don't think we'll ever be able to get back that. And that's a little heartbreaking because, you know, I see people and I see the pride they take, right? I have French people at my job and they take so much pride in being French. And I'm like, I'm from the Bronx, you know, and I got to take pride from that. But it's not the same, right? It's not the same as going back. Oh my gosh, I'm on a tangent. I've been watching this show Coming from America. It's on Max. And one of the things that I'm really interested in is how even if you're not part of that tribe or anything like that, you can get adopted, right? Like if you go back to your native country, there might be people there who will adopt you into their tribe and you can regain that sense of belonging. It might not be the same, but I think that it could be powerful if we need that sense of belonging. I don't know if I want to give away that secret sauce to a corporation. Guess what? They have it. They have it. My wife used to be like, oh, I don't know if I want to not just my wife, but other people I know too. They used to be like, oh, I don't know if I want all this information about me on the internet. I don't know if I want to fill out these profiles. I don't know if I want to give this person at the cash register my cell phone number so I could get these spam. They have it. They have all of that. If you've been online like I have since like the 2000s, Facebook has a complete profile on you and the people in your house. They have it. The only difference is that you don't have access to using it. They're using it. They probably already know where you're from. They probably know more about your lineage than you do. So I understand with that apprehension of giving away stuff, but I promise you, it's already out there. They already have it. Now it's just up to you to decide if you want to use it too, because they're using it. Them targeted ads. Anyway. Oh man. Oh my goodness. We went off on a long tangent. Ancestry is a scam. Maybe. I don't know. But for right now, I'm rocking with it until I get the money to do the African ancestry DNA, and they could track it down a little bit more accurately. So yeah, Nkui, right? We're supposed to be talking about the Nkui kid. So back to what I was saying before. There are common threads that Jade. Oh man, you know what? Let me start that over. I love that Jade has these, and I'm gonna stop looking at y'all for a second so I could get my thoughts out. I love that Jade has so many things that he can put together as common threads to start to figure out this mystery. He knows that the Nkui kids have something to do with his symbol now. He knows that whatever is going on with Tabitha and these trees has something to do with all of that, because she's talking about how she's supposed to save the children from the tower. I remember that analogy Jade gave when he was like, it's like putting together a puzzle, but you don't have a reference image of what it looks like, and you don't even have corners or edges to really make a connection. Now he's starting to put together pieces of the puzzle in the middle, but he still doesn't know what image he's putting together. But he's definitely getting closer to what he's figuring it out. Jade is Latino. His last name is Herrera, maybe Cuban. I don't know. Anyway, that went nowhere. Let me move on to my next point. The town meeting goes bad. We know the town meeting went bad. So I'm gonna move on. Another point that I pointed out in the in my video yesterday was, yeah, Herrera. That's his last name. How was the convention? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna star this. We're gonna come back to this because I got something for you about the convention. It's actually kind of funny. How did Sarah know about the car graveyard? Like, people were like, I was sitting here and I was like, yo, this man went somewhere to be alone, right? When he saw that his dad, or he heard his dad was in town, Victor went all the way to the car graveyard to be alone. Now, some people are like, she just followed Victor. Now, I looked back at that scene and I was like, they kind of separated. Like, he kind of left her. Now, it is possible. Yeah, I'm not going to dismiss it completely, but it felt like that he had done enough stuff that it wasn't like he just started following her right immediately after it. So like, he went to the car, he opened up the trunk, he sat down, and then eventually she showed up. The easy assumption is that she just followed him. But the other thing that I keep in the back of my mind is, and every time I think about it, I hear Randy Orton's music. I hear voices in my head. Like, how do we know that she just followed him? Yeah, she is looking for friends. She is kind of lonely out here. Yeah, she could have just followed some footprints in the snow. But I need to give at least, I'm going to leave this one just a little bit open for a second, in my mind, if nobody else's, because it just felt like one of those things the writing would make me want to pay attention to. I don't know. My spider sense is tingling. We already know that Sarah is doing weird stuff this season, right? Like, we still talk about how on episode 1, when Ethan opened the door and the grandma monster came into the house, they were standing in the back of the house like, what do we do? And then Sarah just showed up out of the dark, grabbed Ethan by the mouth and was like, come with me if you want to live. And I don't know how that made sense, because the show didn't give us any moment. Like, the show does these things sometimes when it wants us to know something is happening. It'll like leave little clues, pay attention to this, whatever. It didn't give us any clues to pay attention to Sarah that night. None. So when she showed up, it felt like a possible seed being planted for them to reveal later on that something else is going on. So when this moment happened again, I kept thinking like, yo, nobody has been to this car graveyard. At least the show hasn't shown us anybody go to the car graveyard. And Sarah could have just followed him there. I'm not going to dismiss y'all. But what if she didn't? She knows where things are sometimes when the voices tell her. Right? She was like, yo, go dig that hole in the middle of the rock, in the middle, go dig up that thing you buried and pull out that candy bar, and it looks like my terrible drawing here. You know, that's how Sarah be moving. Oh, I can't show y'all much. Yeah, I draw too. Sometimes I like to draw myself. That's how I started to just put in the back of my mind, pay closer attention to Sarah, because she could still, yeah, Bianca, she could still be hearing voices. Damn it, we don't know who the voices are. We don't. Philly, man, I gotta go back to Philly. I gotta go back before it gets cold. Man, first off, is it true that I should go to Broad Street for cheesesteak? Because somebody told me, like, don't even go to them 2 spots. Go to like them normal 2 spots everybody go to. Go to Broad Street. That's for tourists, right? Where do I go for some real cheesesteak? But Sarah's on my sus list still. Something is going on there. It could be that she's working with the boy in white. I don't know. She could be working with a dark entity. I don't know. Something is going on there that my spider sense is tingling. So I'm just telling y'all now, she's raising yellow flags in my book. Oh, snap. Anna, thank you so much. Oh, wait, hold on now. Hold on now. Greek girl, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I really, really appreciate that. Veronica, thank you. Oh my goodness. Pro sequence, peace and y'all trying to make me cry. Lisa came through. First, Lisa hit me with a $20 Cash App. Then she hit me again with a $50 Cash App. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Lisa. Anna Price, I appreciate you with your donation as well. Pro Sequence, Pro Sequence and Veronica each coming through with $20. Thank you. Yo, peace and love to all of the Fromly. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for helping me out in these moments, these hard times, yo. It gets. I'm getting prepared to go through my season where it's going to be a little bit harder for me emotionally, and having y'all with me, showing me support is very, very helpful to me right now. Some of y'all already know I get why I have things that make me emotional. I'm going, so for those who have been through it, I'm gonna just let y'all know November is my hard month. It's coming up. I'm doing my best. But thank y'all. Thank you so much. Oh man, I'm gonna turn the page on my notes. Let's get back to what we was talking about. So Sarah's on my sus list. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on her. I'm hoping that this one pays off. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I'm hoping this one. I'm hoping this theory bears fruit and that we're right. I'm right about this one. We talked about the faraway trees and them having a personality, and how I think they did that to Dale for being a jerk. We could talk a little bit about Boyd, right? We ain't talk about Boyd. Hold on. First off, let me look at some of these comments I starred. Sarah can kill who she wants. We love you, man. Thank you, Pola. It's I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. As for cheesesteak, it depends on where you're at in the city, how far you want to travel. There's D'Alessandro, Max, Pagano's, etc. So once I make it to Philly, I'm going as far as I need to go, right? Like if I bring my butt from Brooklyn to Philadelphia, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's 15 minutes away. I'm not going. Oh, nah. I'm going. Okay. What is the number one spot you recommend? Boyd needs some good loving. All right. We're going to talk about Boyd, and then I'm going to switch to some of these starred comments. So Boyd, Princess Steaks. All right. Let me write this down. So RJ says Princess Steaks. I'm waiting for everyone else to tell me where they think I should go. Fatima can eat who she wants with that. Oh my God. Can we stop talking about Fatima's nasty ass for a second, please? Right? I want to talk about Boyd. No. I want to talk about Boyd. And y'all want to talk about okay. Princess Steaks. All right, that's the spot. Boyd. So I think we were on to something, y'all. I think Jay-Z, first off, love that avatar. Is that a mask? You got the COVID mask on your job? That's cute. I love that. Boyd, I'm gonna get to you, Melissa. We're gonna talk about that. Boyd is going through it. So we talked about, oh my goodness. Can we stop, Gabrielle? Boyd, stay on topic, people. Y'all stressed in a tight blanket. Yo, leave my man Boyd alone. That's not what we talk about. I want Donna and Boyd to wait. What? I've been wanting Donna and Boyd to smash since day one, but Ghost Abby out there packing. They need to release some stress. I would say that. Bro, you know what time. So, all right, I'm gonna stop looking at the comments because y'all gonna distract me again. I'm gonna put my phone down. I'm gonna get back to the cash apps. If you send me cash apps, I'm gonna circle back. I'm gonna look at Venmo. Sometimes something comes in there. I'm gonna look at PayPal, and we're gonna go there and we're gonna figure this all out. All right. Oh, nobody uses Venmo no more. I guess that one's dead, right? Ever since Cash App, everybody abandoned Venmo. That's for like, my dad. Talk about whoever you want to. I'm going to talk about Fatima because we're going to talk about, everybody wants to talk about Fatima. I'm gonna write this down. Boyd has been going through a lot. And I think that this is all the result of him having that moment where he like was talking his smack. You said this place, you won't break me. This effing place won't break me. And then the Monsters was like, oh, challenge accepted. Right? So ever since that day, Boyd has been, in the whole town, I believe, has been under psychological warfare. Right? At first, it was just like, it's part of the fun. Let's hunt you down, things like that. But now it feels like it's a little something more. And they're attacking Boyd psychologically. First, they made him watch as they took out Tien Chen. And that was a 2-for-1 because not only was that tough for Boyd, that was tough for Boyd's surrogate son, Kenny. The people in town have been breaking. And Randall has been sowing the seeds of chaos since he got there. He's like, there's a mole. Ain't no mole. Ain't no mole, y'all. I don't think there's a mole no more. I feel like that was part of the psychological warfare, making people think there was a mole and start suspecting each other instead of working together. Tying up Donna to the tree, beefing with Boyd since he got there. So I don't think enough people have noticed the fact that Boyd and Randall have been set up on a collision course since the day they met. Now, I'm probably going to come back to this one day. We're going to be talking about season 4, and we're going to look back at how I said that Randall and Boyd have been on a collision course since the beginning. I'm going to put my flag in the sand now. Yeah, Yusuf, there is a main character, is Tabby. Ever since Boyd met Randall, they've been seeming like they were about to fight. Right? I remember Randall came off the bus. First thing he did was go up underneath the bus, grabbed his bag with his rifle in it, and tried to take his rifle. And Boyd came up immediately. He was like, "You give me your gun or you get out of town." And they've been on a collision course since that day. I think further down the line, we're going to get to a point where the dark entity uses Randall in a way that becomes a threat. This is not a spoiler. I don't know. I'm not that far ahead. But I think that Randall is going to be used in that way. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Randall next week. I have some stuff to talk about that's not really related, but I feel like he's misunderstood. But for right now, I think that he is Boyd's rising antagonist. I forget what show it was I watched where it was just like somebody on the hero side turned into a villain, and it was just like it's going to be that way this whole time. Well, even in Squid Game, right? Like Squid Game was a lot like that, where your ally becomes your villain, and then you see the clues that they were always your villain. I think Randall's going to be revealed to be that later down the line. But as for now, they're using him as symbolism that the town people will be able to look at and remember that they are never safe. And it's also a visual reminder for Boyd that he can't save everyone. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. definitely. That was a good one too with that, what's his name? Robbie ML. Was that Robbie ML? I think that was Robbie ML. Oh man. Taryn, give me 1 second. What else was I saying? I think the creature is playing psychological warfare with Boyd, and it's trying to mentally break him so that he stops inspiring hope in the residents of town, and it makes him stronger. The dark entity I still feel is feeding on hopelessness. Boyd is the one that usually instills hope. We've seen in the diner that he was starting to fail at that. And then we saw at the end of the episode in the pool, he started to lash out. It's hard for people to follow someone and be hopeful when you're following someone who lashes out at you, right? You want a leader, not a dictator. So I think that the show is trying to definitely prevent turning Boyd into a martyr and turn him into a symbol of something that's going to instill hopelessness in the residents. But dang, ain't nobody else talking about Boyd but me. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Movie blog. I was wondering, who do you think is the biggest theorist on the cast of From? Ricky, the actor who plays Kenny. I think he's probably the biggest theorist. I remember interviewing them. They both mentioned something about how they have theories. Scott McCord said the same thing. He'll have a theory. He'll try to work it out. He'll spit it to what's his name? The main writer of the show, John Griffin. And John will just give him like stone face. I'm like, huh, is that what you think? And then just walk off. And then one of the things I saw Kenny mention is that he and Harold will share theories with each other, be really confident in their theories, and then they'll film a scene and they'll be like, damn it, we were wrong. Not that John Griffin is telling them, but they find out when they film. So I think Ricky is one of the biggest theorists because also because he's a frequent follower of like these YouTube channels and Reddit theories. Like they probably follow under like alternate names. They probably got ghost accounts that they use. They might be in here now, right? A couple of them did admit to me that they do watch. They do watch. So they watch the pre-recorded videos. I think they watch the live stream. I'm not 100% sure. But they do watch this content. They do see our comments. They do watch this channel specifically. I can confirm. And I do feel like Ricky, he is definitely, in my opinion, probably the biggest theory. Something's definitely wrong with Randall, Marielle, and Julie. Just trying to understand why Marielle ain't freaking out like those two. Could be the drugs. You know, Julie said that the biggest thing that helps her is when she smokes weed and it quiets the voices. So maybe it's something with the drugs. Like she's still going through, I won't say withdrawal. She went past the withdrawal stage, but she probably still got something in her that is helping her. This new series, Teacup, reminds me a lot about From. Lisa, I've been hearing good things about Teacup. I actually got the season. NBC was nice enough to provide me with the whole season. So I'm going to start watching the show. I might even start talking about it during the lives, depending on, I don't know. I want to see how good it is. And I have trouble following shows that are too similar at the same time. Like, or let me rephrase that, covering shows that are too similar at the same time. I like when House of the Dragon and Rings of Power season 1 came out and they had those episodes that overlapped. And I was just like, I can't do 2 fantasy shows at the same time. They're just too similar for me. So I had to choose one to cover. So I'm hopeful for Teacup. I hope that it picks up and it's something that we could talk about. So maybe depending on how I feel about watching the first couple episodes, I might come back and talk about it during the lives a little. The town meeting went bad. Jim is delusional. Acosta got the shit end of the stick with Boyd. Ooh, man, poor Acosta. This woman is really just out here trying to help. Like, I don't think that she's even like a bad person. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate you. Right? You see it. I just feel like that she has a couple things working against her. One, police officers are always just going to get a reaction from certain people. Like some people are just going to look at police officers and be like, "You're here." Like I don't have a problem with police officers in that regard, but I understand why people do. Right? Sometimes some police officers be out of pocket. So she's also on the short end of the stick of that she showed up in Colony House, a place with a bunch of weed smoking polygamists, you know, rule breakers, shall we say, and they see a figure of authority. That's why they don't like Boyd. That's why they didn't like Boyd at the beginning. Thank you, Frederick. Appreciate you. Because he was like a sense of authority. They like anytime he goes in Colony House, people clear out. Like, you again? We could meet at the diner. Don't bring your ass up in here. Hey, how'd you even get that name, Peter Griffin? Thank you for coming through. I love that. Taryn, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. She's still wearing her uniform. Maybe she should change. I think so too, right? Like, she should change clothes, and then maybe that'll help people with her being around. But, you know, I remember when I was reading the description about her, they said that she was a rookie cop. So we got to kind of also take that into consideration as well. Like, she's not that experienced at being a police officer. Where is that scene?
How's that?
And then this dude is just like, how's that? You think you can help me in my yo, this whole scene.
The meeting today.
Look how wide-eyed she is. She's showing up like, oh, like a helpful little kid. I got ideas. The meeting today. We just need to give them something to do. I want to feel useful. How can I help? And Boyd is all like, you could leave. You could leave. So, you know, I thought she really got the shit end of the stick in this. Oh man, I'm over 40. Acosta is bae. You know, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. She's a great asset to the town. I think so too. Here's my problem with Acosta. And I don't think enough people are talking about this. I talked before about how there's roles in this town, right? We got a bartender, we got a crime uncle, we got we got a genius, we got a cop, a deputy. You can't have, we got a healer, a doctor. You can't have two of the same role. You can't have two of the same role, right? Boyd was the sheriff, Kenny was the deputy. We got enough cops. We got enough cops up in here. But here comes Acosta. And my spider sense is tingling, yo. Like, I don't think, like, I don't want to put it on Kenny, because I think the show knows if Kenny goes, I'm flipping tables. I don't think Boyd is going to go. I'm flipping tables. Happy birthday. My birthday was October 19th. Let's go, Libra gang. How can I help OMG after catching? How can I help after catching a body? I don't think Acosta's long from town. It's not looking good for her, right? A cop in Camden, Maine does basically nothing but write tickets. That's probably why she was a bad shot. I don't know. Maybe she was a good shot. I don't know. But, you know, that's probably why, you know, a bystander got shot. Not gonna lie, she's fine. I'm be sick of it. Look, I don't think she's long for the. We can't have two cops, y'all. We all knew Nikki was gonna die. That's not true. The girl who got glass on her eye didn't die. Why would Nikki die? She's new. Nah. Listen, if you're an NPC or random on this show and all of a sudden you get named, if you get named, your time is up. Look, they finna write you out. Like, if you are an NPC in this show and all of a sudden they give you a name, it's a wrap. That's my prediction. Let's see. Acosta replaced Abby. She a little young for Boyd. I don't know. She a little young for Boyd. All signs point to Chrissy. She can't exactly run from the monsters now. You know, she still got a chance to resume her role as doctor, so I don't know. Maybe Skylar the writer. Yeah, yes. It is Anthony's birthday. From was kind enough to land on my birthday. New York Comic Con was on my birthday. Look, it's been an amazing birthday weekend. I can't wait to tell you about everything that happened. I'm trying to save it after I finish talking about the show, but it's been an amazing birthday weekend. Acosta has to redeem herself. She's a sacrificial lamb. Damn. She wasn't doing it on purpose. Nah, she meant well. She was trying to save herself, right? She saw some wild stuff, right? She just showed up in town. Monsters whipped out claws like Wolverine and gutted a couple EMTs in front of her. I shock, panic. Like, we all know because we've been watching the show for 2 years. They're like, oh no, you're supposed to run. She don't know. She don't know. She came up in here looking like any old Disney character. Like, it's like a Disney character landed in A Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? Nightmares can kill it. What? Clara's becoming sus. The girl with the glass in her eye, how is she sus? What did she do? Nikki touched the dead bird. Did she? I know Bacta didn't touch it. She touched it? Ugh. Clara's the mole, though. Clara got glass in her eye. She ain't no mole. She ain't taking one for the team like that. I don't even think we have a mole anymore. I'm just starting to think that was just disinformation to confuse us. What else we got? Kenny's going in some woods to find a person walking out at night collecting food. He better not. I don't need Kenny to do anything that dangerous, okay? Kenny needs to keep his ass inside the house. I love that Kenny ain't outside when all this stuff is going down. I need Kenny to stay inside the house, all right, y'all? Stop playing with my man Kenny like that. Killing Boyd be like killing Optimus Prime. Why are you digging up old wounds? I haven't felt that wound since the 80s or the 90s. We don't need that. We don't need to go back there. They killed Duke. Like, oh my goodness, when G.I. Joe killed Duke twice and in the movie. Like, why are we watching? Christy is going to heal real quick. Real freaking quick. Christy's foot just looked bruised. It didn't look that bad, weirdly. So one of the comments is, I don't know who it was, mentioned that bear traps, that like when we see them in movies and TV shows, they be exaggerated. They're not about to amputate your foot with a bear trap. It's meant to just hold the animal in place, and the only thing that really injures them is when they fight against it. So the fact that she got caught in the trap and went limp might have saved her from most of the damage. At least that's what somebody said in the comments. It was somebody who claimed to be a trapper. She looked like she get her Starbucks and goes to the Target. This is her cup of tea. Yo, y'all wilds for that. Y'all wilds for that. Y'all wilds for that. Okay. Let me see. Where am I at? Am I still behind? Kenny and Acosta sitting in a tree. You know, I'm not mad at that. I think I kind of like that. Who is Duke? It's a G.I. Joe character. It's a G.I. Joe reference. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. What else we got? Tilly is also sus. Okay. We still saying Tilly is sus. Right? That's what we doing? We still saying Tilly is sus. Meanwhile, Tilly is literally over here just minding her business.
I'll wait outside.
Look, she's just minding her business, cleaning up blood. Oh no, that's sus. She cleaned up blood with a rag. She has 4 fingers on it with 7 with her thumb and index. That's 7. She's sus. Tilly is just minding her business. I don't see it, y'all. Yeah, I mean, give me a reason to think that she's sus, right? I want to be with y'all. I want to be with y'all, but I need y'all to give me a reason to say Tilly is sus. Oh, my crown. My crown been through a lot. Let me fix it. Oh, man. Are we done? No more crown? Oh, there we go. I thought Donna was sus. So did Randall. Tied her to a tree, Marley Mar. Oh, man. First off, now I'm going to go off on another tangent. Marley Mar got the show of her life the other day. I went live from the New York Comic Con from my phone. But I guess I can't go live on my phone on YouTube, so I went live on Instagram. And I think, Marley Mar, you were the only person who was rocking with me in that live stream. And I took her on like a 30-minute tour of the convention. Just me and her. Nobody else. Nobody else joined. Well, people joined, but then they left. They were like, oh, who is this? The movie blog. So if you guys are ever curious about having someone be like your guide Marley Mar, I apologize. I said I wasn't going to share it. It was just for you. I did end up accidentally sharing it, and then a couple people saw it, so I was like, you know what? Let me just leave it up. So if you guys are ever interested, it's on my Instagram at the Movie Blog Online. It's one of my reels. I didn't even give it like a label. You just see like an image of. Matter of fact, I think I could show y'all without resharing content. It's this one here. And I just go through the New York Comic Con for like 30 minutes just so you guys can see all the cool stuff that was there. Anyway, I think we talked about stuff. Y'all still think Tilly is sus. I need more reason to feel that she's sus. All right. But yeah, if you guys want to watch that, it's on the Instagram. You could definitely go check it out. Apparently James Gunn was there. But this yes, I did. Thank you. It was great. It was great having you there. Tilly be known. What Tilly be knowing? What does Tilly be knowing? This place healed, so it healed Tilly and Christy. Did it? What makes you think Tilly is healed? You notice I take up for older people being one myself. Thank you, Gina. Look, I had grandmothers, and that's just normal grandma energy to me. I didn't see anything about her that was sus. Tilly pops off the bus and immediately start interacting in townfolk business. She knew everyone's name on day one. That's grandma energy. You got to also remember she comes from a different generation, right? Like people from that generation, I want to say like the boomer generation, they didn't have cell phones. They didn't have Instagram. They didn't have YouTube. You know what they did when they wanted to go have fun? They went outside. When they wanted to enjoy themselves, they went to their friend's house. And guess what? They knew everyone's names. Like the most entertaining part of their day was interacting with other people. So when she brings that energy and is like, yo, I'm going to learn everybody's name. I'm going to see how I'm helpful. I'm going to see how I fit in. This is normal grandma energy to me. I don't see anything about what she's doing that's sus. I want to get with y'all and try to figure out what it is that everyone is seeing, but I haven't seen it yet. It'd be interesting to see Boyd in the series saying I had no choice. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I just thought it was really weird. Tilly thought Fatima eating rotten food was normal just because Fatima was in some phase of pregnancy. I won't say that she was trying to say it was normal, but she saw a person in distress and she wanted to help comfort them, right? As somebody who's going through her own health issues, she probably knows what it feels like to need comfort, right? She's going, I don't know what her issues are. A lot of people assume it was cancer because she had the morphine. But let's say it was cancer. From what I'm told, it can get lonely. Right? You can go through so many different emotions about going through your treatments. Like I have people in my life that I talk to about this stuff, and they really appreciate when people support them. So with Tilly, I see it as her giving back that same energy to other people. So yeah, Tilly is always around when something happens weird in the daytime. That's what people used to say about Donna. And Tilly's a character on this show. Like Elgin is always weird. How about that? How about that? Elgin is weird. My man won't change clothes. He won't take a bath. He picks his fro. He makes sure that's sharp in case Sarah or Julie come by. That's about it. Why Tilly asking why murderous monster? Tilly asked a dumbass sus question. What did she? When did she ask why did the monsters hurt Randall? I thought she meant why did they leave him alive? Let's see. Tilly made sure to give her heroin while drug addict girlfriend was present in the makeshift hospital. I don't think Tilly had any clue that this girl was a drug addict. All she knew was, hey, if it's cancer, I have morphine that I carry with me, because when you get to those later stages, you need morphine just to function. And typically, it is not something you can self-administer. You need a medical professional to help administer to you so that you can get through your day. And with Fatima being the person that everyone identified as the medical professional in town, not knowing that Marielle was an addict, it made sense to me. Like, hey, you're the medical professional. I can trust you with this, right? You took the Hippocratic Oath and everything, right? I can trust you. So that's really where I got from that. I really just thought that she was just making sure that she was doing the right thing at that time. I really thought it was weird. What else? We already caught that one. Show you as Boyd, Anthony. Oh boy. Y'all want to talk Comic-Con? Y'all ready to talk about Comic-Con? Don't trust Tilly. Hey, we need more evidence. We need more evidence. Who walks around with a bottle of morphine? People who are going through cancer treatment. Did I think it was normal? Again, just readdressing it. I think she was trying to comfort her, right? She saw a woman was scared. She's someone who's pregnant. She has grandkids. Maybe she has a daughter. Maybe she's used to comforting her daughter or daughter-in-law or whomever. And she is giving grandma energy. That's what I feel like, honestly. It feels like grandma energy. I'm the sus one. Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm not. I want to make sure we're looking in the right things. And this grandma stays out of other people's business. Some grandmas do. Some grandmas don't. That was a big grandma save. Yes, I think so too. Didn't you see all the reasons people suss her out? Not all of it. I ain't see anything. Like every time I see one, and I'm asking y'all, give me all the reasons y'all think Tilly is sus. Let me address them. Maybe you guys are right, but a lot of this stuff just seems like we're adding on to what she could be with things that don't necessarily have things that we've seen in the show to support it. Sympathy for Tilly and not for Elgin. Elgin, look, Elgin's going through some stuff, but all I said was take a bath, bro. Everybody seemed like they took a shot. Even Henry is changing clothes. Take a bath, bro. Bruh, who carries tarot cards? A lot of people. A lot of people carry tarot cards. You'd be surprised. You know what? One day you should just, like, if you're in a crowd of people, just be like, hey, if you go to Comic-Con one day, just be like, hey, does anybody here have some tarot cards? See how much. I promise you, you'll be surprised. Like, they carry them joints like they're ready to play spades, like a deck. Like, I remember my spades dates, I always carried a deck of cards, always. And I had my big joker and little joker written out. Anyway, oh man, I'm so far up. Right? Shorties be having tarot cards tatted, so I'm not surprised. Yes. It's something uncanny valley about her. I don't trust her. So she does have that. I won't say uncanny valley, but it almost looks like you could draw her, right? She got that Aunt May energy from Spider-Man. Mermaid reviews. I carry tarot cards. Thank you. Thank you. You seen what happens when he takes a bath. Take a shower. And yeah, you carry tarot cards too. Thank you. Grandma says you got to watch them tarot cards and Ouija boards. I'm telling you. Yes, some of them do. So again, you'd be surprised by how many people have tarot cards on them, and her having one didn't suss me out. But I do agree that she has that look that makes you want to pay close attention to her, right? To me, I always say it's like Aunt May energy because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, obviously, right? Obviously a huge Spider-Man fan. All these comics are autographed, right? So she looked like Aunt May. She looked like Aunt May. Not the Tom Holland Aunt May, the other Aunt Mays, the original Tobey Maguire's Aunt May. All right. it was kind of annoying that the tarot card reading was interrupted by the yes, and so was the fact that they didn't get to the bottle tree. Anytime we're about to get onto a big clue about the show, no, not Marissa Tomei, they interrupt it, and that's a storytelling style that the show has. Julie doesn't think he stinks. Julie is slim pickings, and she's going through puberty, maybe, or the last stages of puberty. It's that stage when you hit like 17 to 22, where it's like, I need a boyfriend, I need a girlfriend, I need one. I don't know what I was doing in life without one of these. Aren't we supposed to be planning the rest of our lives? I need them. I need them. I need them. Like, it's a tough time for her. I feel bad for the girl. RJ, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I absolutely had no sense at that age, so I can attest to that. Yes, right? We remember that age. It was rough. It wasn't the best. All right, I think I'm gonna get ready to show you guys and girls that yo, who said Smelgin? Yo, stop it, Casanova, stop it. All right. Let me take a quick break and we look at this real quick because I think I gotta take a look at this real quick. Ooh, thank you so much, Lady Sanity. $10. Happy birthday, Anthony. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Y'all doing the most today. I love y'all all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Look, I know some of y'all noticed the smell shit. Let me take this down. I broke my crowd again. Oh my gosh. 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 Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Thank you, Sanity. I think some of y'all noticed I'm not monetized. There is no super thanks, no super sticker, no super anything. I don't get any money for these views, even though I'm 100% grateful and I'm appreciative of all the views that you all give me. I don't know. Like, I was an introvert growing up. Like, I was one of those kids who was just like, it was a challenge for me to be in front of people and be smelled it. So I'm always appreciative that you all are enjoying this content. And who called him stink? But come on, man. I appreciate you all for giving me the cash apps. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. It goes a long way with like putting in all these hours that I put into watching the episode 1, 2, 3 times, writing a script, writing some jokes, recording it, editing it. Editing it is a lot of time, especially because this is not my job, right? Like, I have a job too, right? I have a full, and my job is hard. Yes, Gina, I have a Venmo name. It is floating down here at the bottom. I think you can see it like right there. There's the Venmo name. I have a PayPal. I have a Cash App. Thank you so much. Look, I appreciate it. I really, really do. I'm hoping to get monetized in November. I have to reapply. I'm eligible to reapply in November. So I'm hoping that the views stay up because I have to also get the watch time up. I meet the subscriber threshold, but I gotta let me get this stink butt thing out of here. And I have to get the views, the number of hours required in order to be monetized again. So it's the second at the stroke of midnight, I'm going to be on YouTube applying. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Like, YouTube is making the money that, you know, they still put ads on this stuff. But yeah. Y'all ready to get into my comment? Oh no, I'm supposed to get through some starred comments real quick. I don't think that picture of Julie will be pretty. So that's the one about the photo they took of Julie. So that's a good catch. And I caught that too. I think I said it in the video that we saw Elgin's picture, but the camera kind of cut away before we got to see her picture. Humongous said, what happened to Randall's talisman? Haven't seen it with him. Boy, if they took it, that would be interesting to see. That's a good question because he was waving it around like it was going to be a repellent. Like, so that is going to be interesting to see if they come back to the talisman there. That's a good one. I didn't catch that. Man, humongous. See, this is why we need the Frumley around here, because this is the stuff that I might not catch that you all will catch. And then it helps me in the next video to look for it so that I can help point it out for us and get us on the right track. What happened to the other? I'm going to go back to this one because I have to look and see what the other pregnant NPC was. Jim don't watch his kids. Yo, he's sat here and Tabitha, don't you, just you, because this boy ran into the forest looking for you. And then this boy walked out front of the house and just saw Henry. No worry about stranger danger. What happened to that same energy when he was worried about Victor walking off with him? Now this, like, yo. Victor sees, yeah, that wasn't true, but we talked about that. If you look on the Peach Truck map, it shows arrows pointing to a different location, and one location is from the forest to the pool. You mean the Brundles, the thing they swim in? I'm gonna look at that. I don't remember the map in there, but I'm gonna look for it. Why was Jade's friend killed by Sarah? Why didn't it want her to kill the kid too? I think that it wanted them to kill Toby and the kid because they were gonna play major roles. In this story, like I said, people have roles to play. Ethan is definitely playing a role because he knows stuff, and if I'm not mistaken, then the faraway trees are also treating him nice because they wanted to give him an example of how they worked. He knows so much information. He sees the boy in white. There's something special about Ethan, and I feel like the dark entity wanted to take Ethan off the board before he could become a threat. And the same thing with Toby. And it was successful with Toby. So with all that said, let me get over to our fun stuff about the convention. So let me see if I can open this up without sharing all my information. All right. I don't see the pop-up. Good. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? All right, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, all right, that's where it is. Okay. Y'all ready to see about New York Comic Con? Let me see what you guys are saying. Jim said, fuck them kids. Yes, he did. 305 likes tonight. Thank you all so much. We had 313. Okay, I guess we convinced the other 100. Thank you. I'm going to watch your videos in the background and leave you on autoplay all day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Season 2's got some good gems because there's a lot of stuff that I covered in season 2 that I think now that we're further along in season 3, those season 2 videos will be a lot more appreciated. Like, there's so many things that happen in season 2 that we really, really want to pay attention to. That's a clue, right? From somebody who saw some more. That's a clue. Let's see. Are we ready? Yes, we ready to go to Comic-Con? Yes. Gothic Chick, okay. Still can't find you on Venmo. At the movie blog. Oh, because it might say my name. So my last name, as you guys know, my name is Anthony White, Whyte. So you might see my name, Gina. I didn't give out my first name, but you'll know it if you Venmo me. So if you go to @themovieblog, you'll see my name. My last name is WHYTE. Then you'll see me. You'll see a picture of me too. Right? All right, we ready for Comic-Con. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and make myself small.
Who are they?
All right, y'all. My son and I is having a contest about who's going to get recognized more, Boyd or Miles. It's not going good. He don't recognize me. They're pointing at me. These people is just like, oh, he's weird. Queen Amidala was like, get out the way. I thought somebody was like, Boyd. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. They was like, the Punisher. The Punisher. He looks great. They didn't recognize Boyd. They didn't recognize Boyd. I'm still trying though. I'm still trying. Right. There goes Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew. Miles was off taking pictures. He was off taking pictures. He was representing the movie blog, but he was off taking pictures. Here, look, I ring the bell. Come on, y'all. Anybody? Y'all not gonna go inside? All right, let's try again. Spider Boy. That was my first Spider Boy. Oh, good Spider. Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls with the building.
Go. You can't break me. You hear me? This fucking place can't break me.
I tried to get some attention. They still didn't get it. No, nobody's recognizing me. I'm walking. I have a talisman in my hand. I'm ringing a bell. Spawn, pay attention. No. Hawkeye. Everybody's like, oh, Jessica Drew. She stays stealing their attention. Yo, she stays stealing their attention. I gotta stop walking around with her. They definitely thought I was crazy.
A man protects his family.
And that's how it went. It was a little rough. It was a little rough. I should have so I did get recognized, and I didn't get it on film. I did get recognized, not like for the movie blog, but somebody was like, and it was when I had the big afro too. They was like, "Are you Boyd?" Because they heard my bell. They was like, "You're from, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." You know, I took a picture real quick, whipped out my talisman. I took a couple people did recognize. Nobody on film though. Nobody on film though. So this to me is like a testament to how much I wish there was more promotion for From. Like whether it's a commercial, a billboard, a poster, something other than just social media and the Fromly, because there was so many niche things represented at New York Comic Con, and somehow I was too niche. Thank you so much, Skylar. I appreciate it. You have the voice down. You can't break me. Yo, I was rehearsing. Love the commitment though. This is funny. Listen, it was funny to me. Your son should have dressed up as a town monster. I thought about that afterwards. I was like, dang, I could have got him some gray, pale skin thing and just got him some 50 clothes and like a Victor's lunchbox, and we would have been cooking. But I thought about that a little too late. My first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to dress up as the Valerians from House of the Dragon. But unfortunately, it's really, really, really challenging to find cosplay for the Valerians, Static Shock, Black Panther used to be Black Panther and Miles was a problem for years, even after their movies came out. John Stewart, Green Lantern. Did I say Static Shock? Winston. It's hard to find Winston Ghostbusters cosplay. You notice a theme here? It's really hard to find costumes or cosplay of specific characters, no matter their popularity. I could find all the Daemon Targaryens, all the Rhaenyras, all the even their new ones. Even Jace's new season 2 cosplays were on sale, but there's no Valerians. I could even get old One Eye. His costume is on sale. Heavy. It's no Valerians. That's a problem just for certain people. Some people know what I mean. You know, it's a little unfortunate. I wish that these things it wasn't the case, but here we are. But yeah, I wish it had more promotion, because I think it has enough promotion and viewership to sustain it on MGM Plus. Like, I don't think the threshold is as high as if it was on HBO or something. But I just wish more people were on it. This is a sleeper hit for sure. How are you too niche for one of the nichest places in the US that weekend? There's no promotion. There's no promotion. Like, if I don't tell people about From, they don't watch From. Once I tell them about it, they love it. But if I've never told them about it, they would have never knew it existed. Elgin cosplay. I mean, yeah, if I didn't bathe for a week, right? Got me a Raven t-shirt, little fro, and just walked around weird. You know, my grandmama once said, angels said, fear not. Even angels are scared. You know, yes, Karan. Wow, that's sad. Yeah. Is Valerian girl stuff for House of the Dragon? Is it really Valerian girl stuff, or is it her Targaryen stuff? Right? Remember, she said, I am fire and ash, and you need salt and something. Don't do my boy Elgin like that. No, Elgin needs to stop doing that. It's not me. I'm not doing that to him. Why is he doing that? I'm just pointing it out. But yeah, that was part of my New York Comic Con. I did get to have some really, really, really cool experiences. A lot of people don't know about it. Sultan C. Thank you, Peter. A lot of people don't know about MGM Plus. No, they don't. In case y'all wondering, there's characters of the melanin complexion who have trouble finding costumes, right? I'm going to nitpick for a second. One of the things that I notice, and a lot of people will notice, but they won't think twice about because it doesn't affect them, is that when you go to a Comic-Con, or if you go to anything that's Comic-Con adjacent, like an anime con or anything like that, you notice like a lot of people who are of other races dressing up as characters outside their race, or making up new characters within that world to embody. Right? So I had a picture of a dude cosplaying as a Jedi with a green lightsaber that was also a Green Lantern. And I'm like, it's a really amazing costume, but this is the type of creativity that some people have to take because we don't have costumes readily available for us to purchase. I remember after the Spider-Verse movie came out, my son wanted to dress up as Miles Morales. There was no Spider-Verse costumes for sale. And I think like maybe like after like a month of me harassing the Marvel social media, all of a sudden, a month later or later, much later, costumes finally went on sale. And it wasn't until like they were harassed big time. Same thing with Black Panther. Black Panther, highest grossing domestic film in Marvel's catalog. There were no Black Panther costumes. There was no Black Panther costumes, and we still don't have a T'Challa. Right? Doesn't matter if this character is the highest grossing character, more than Spider-Man domestically. T'Challa's done. So there's no Static Shock movie. Anyway, I'm going on a much bigger tangent. So let's you guys are asking, right? Let's just take a second, right? Let's just indulge me for a second, right? How Corliss Valerian cosplay. Let's see what's for sale. Let's just see what's for sale. I saw this one and I considered buying it because somebody had it on eBay for like $50. And I was like, you know what? I could take this and maybe I can do some stuff and work with it. But then I was like, that's going to be a lot of work. And that's not going to give me the look that I really, really want. Some people were like, just make it yourself. You know, you'll see some, you click the name Corliss Valerian, ain't no costumes, yo. Ain't no costumes. Now, let me just switch it up real quick. Let me just look. I didn't even have to do nothing. I didn't even have to do nothing. It's already here. Jaceres Valerian, his new season 2 outfit on Amazon with the cape, looking official, readily available for sale. So, you know, I know some people don't have to think about it. They don't. And when I go to cosplay or you see other people cosplaying and they're making up these mixed up characters and they look really, really good, just know that we probably went on Google first to look to see if there was a costume made of the characters that we want to play, and there's nothing available. So I'm sorry. I know we were supposed to be talking about From. I just wanted to give you guys a little quick idea of what it is that I look for. Let's see. Oh, so other than that, New York Comic Con was great. I saw a lot of great cosplays. I think I have a ton of photos, like a whole ton of photos. So a couple things that I did. I was able to sit down with the cast of The Walking Dead, Dead City. The dude who plays Negan. And I was able to sit with them and ask them about the show and talk about season 2 of Dead City. I was able to sit down with the cast of the Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol. I was able to talk with them about season 2 of that show. I was also able to talk with the director of Secret Level. Matter of fact, let me put up some of the photos from the convention up for you guys. I know, let me stop that one. Let me present this one. And then I'm going to start to wrap up because we almost at the 3-hour mark. This was my buddy going as Sauron. He had his costume looking amazing. This is his wife, Sonia. She's from the Horror Flick Chicks, which is a great YouTube channel that's dedicated to horror. She also helps out on the movie blog. He was walking around with his kid as Sauron, wreaking havoc, looking amazing. Like, he made this mask. He made this mask. Me as Boyd, the crowd, the eBay people, a Batman costume. I'm gonna just scroll through some of these while I just talk. There were definitely some really cool moments at New York Comic Con this weekend that I really, really enjoyed. And I'm really grateful for. One of the things that happened to me this weekend was I got to do something a little bit different, a little bit out of the ordinary. So I was able to finally meet Grace Randolph, the YouTuber. She's pretty cool. She's a nice person to talk to. We definitely had a pretty fun conversation about film and television and just being movie critics and all that good stuff. I also got to meet Christopher Sean. So Christopher Sean is if you guys watch Ultraman, if you guys are Ultraman fans, on Netflix, there's a new movie called Ultraman Rising. So I was able to sit down and have dinner with Christopher Sean and talk about everything. We talked about life. We talked about family. We talked about Ultraman. And we just really hit it off. So you probably saw on Instagram, me and him were like sharing each other's photos and sharing pictures of each other. And he was nice enough for the Fromily to do me a favor. So I asked him if he could, one, hook me up with one of these. Now, if you've seen Ultraman Rising on Netflix, you know what this is. Ultraman Rising is not the type of show that I thought it was. I thought it was like one of them shows that's steeped in history from Somali. So 2:55 a.m. My boo. Thank you so much. You look. Let me make it worthwhile for you. So I'm gonna keep scrolling through the pictures for you. Ultraman Rising isn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like one of those things that's steeped in history. I thought I was like going to be walking into Endgame without watching the other Marvel movies first. And I was like, oh, I've got to watch the series. I got to do this. No, you don't. It's actually a standalone movie. It has nothing to do with the other films. This is the Green Lantern Jedi I was talking about earlier. His costume looks amazing, right? He had the green tunic. He had the green lightsaber. He has a lantern ring on. I think in another photo, you can see the symbol on his chest. He was looking amazing. But this is one of the kaiju from Ultraman Rising. So if you get a chance to watch that movie, you'll see what it's from and how it's a standalone film. And you don't have to watch all of the other films first. But one of the things, like I said, is not only did Christopher give me the figure, the stuffed animal, he also gave me the hat. And for the Fromily, he autographed the hat. I don't know if you guys can make that out correctly. Oh, it's upside down, right? Like, how about I hold it the right way? Christopher Sean, Ultraman signed hat. This is one for the giveaway. I'm going to actually do a giveaway. I'm going to choose 3 winners this week. So keep an eye out on the community page. I'll post the link. I'm going to give it to the Patreon members first, but I'm going to pick 3 winners. I'm going to start giving away some of this stuff that I have, including my Ultraman hat, including this stuffed animal. Remember, it's an autographed Ultraman hat. I have a picture with Christopher Sean. It's on Instagram. It's on his Instagram. Me and him are together. Well, not together like that, but it's official. I want to give it away. And I'm going to pick 3 winners based off of entries on the movieblog.com. So let me keep going with the pictures. So I was able to have a wonderful dinner, meeting up with the Grace Randolph. She's got like 1 million YouTube subscribers, so some people may know her from the film world, as well as some other YouTubers that I know that were also there. yeah. So I had a really, really fun time. Really, really fun time. And these costumes are amazing. Like, yo, the dedication. He got fangs, y'all, with the yellow eyes. With the tail. I love this cosplay. I had to take a couple photos. We got Chip and Dale. I don't. This one might have went over some people's heads. The talisman giveaway. Yes, I'm gonna put the talisman in the giveaway. Now that I did my From cosplay, I feel comfortable giving away the talisman, Frankie. It's down. I'm done. I'm gonna share it with the Fromly. I'm gonna give it away. Chip and Dale, in case this went over people's heads. This one might. This is you got to be like a Disney Afternoons kid to know this one. So Chip and Dale, Spider Punk, Reed Richards. Like, I love this. Like, man, I wish I caught it at the right angle with this arm stretching and her invisible shield. That was a really good one. Some Sith. Just I took a picture from the second floor to give scale of like this is maybe 1/5 of the convention floor. And then there's like other floors and other buildings. Like New York Comic Con is a massive, massive event. Like it's so huge. It's so much stuff going on. So like you don't even see the Marvel booth in this photo. This is maybe 1/5 of the main show, maybe less than that, maybe like 1/7. It's really, really big. Then there's people outside. Like if you're a New York Comic Con alumni, you know where the cosplayers go. They go outside because that's where the photographers set up their booths and you can take professional photos of yourself in costume. And there's also like in the main floor, there's a couple of entrance ways into the show floor. And a lot of them will stop and take photos because it's a big open space with good lighting there. So let me go through some of these pictures. McDonald's was giving away free McDonald's, which was wild. At the new Watches in the Wall. See you in a few. Okay, thank you, Delsenia. Thank you for coming through. Boxer on the right. These are Street Fighter characters. These are all Street Fighter characters. That's Sakura. This is Terry. I think this is another version of Terry. And this is supposed to, I think this dude over here is Ryu. He's got a Ken and Ryu in his hand. This dude is a photo bomber looking creepy. Looks like he's playing with a zipper. So that's real sus. Remember, cosplay is not consent, y'all. Cosplay is not consent. Thank you so much, Delcetti. I thank you so much. I'm wrapping this up soon too. Thank you so much for coming through and holding us down like you always do. You're a real MVP out here. Let's see. Yeah, and women have they'll dress accurately to the characters. So if there's a character that's very sexualized, it's going to be accurately represented here. So I'm not being a creep. This is them in their cosplay. All right, look, Cammy's out here being accurate. All right, I took a lot of Street Fighter pictures. Oh. This is a cool one. I forget what game this is from. I forget the name of the game. Somebody told me what it was before. Let me rush through some of these. Black Freddy Krueger. He was fun. He was a lot of fun. He had this whole thing where he would be like, ha 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 ha. Freddy, haha, I'm black. And he just run at the camera and laugh. It was so hilarious. Dude's in incredible shape. I'm like, is that a shirt? We got a Flash and Reverse Flash, or Kid Flash and Reverse Flash. They're from, it looked like something from Capcom. I'm not sure. Cable and Patch. This cable, oh my gosh, this cable goes hard. This cable goes hard. Like, yo. Gundam, the Daredevil suits, the Agatha costumes. I'm not watching Agatha. Somebody needs to tell me what's going on with Agatha. Wait, what is this? I'm sorry, darling. We finished up the From chat, and now we're talking about my Comic-Con. You missed me in cosplay as Boyd. So that's what we're going through. We're going through New York Comic-Con right now, and then I'm gonna wrap up. Yes, you need to come to a convention. Look, I need y'all formally to come out to New York Comic-Con next year. The dates have already been announced. All right. I'm going to be there. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe next year I'll get a room, right? They let us rent out rooms for like 30 minutes at a time or something as exhibitors. And so maybe I'll do a formally meetup at the New York Comic-Con next year. I'm not going to travel. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go to this other state. We're going to do a FromCon. I'm not going to say that. We're going to go to like a convention that already exists and just make it our own. Because I know one thing, if we are together, we can get this show out there. I haven't been watching Agatha. I kind of swore off Marvel for a while. I just haven't been a fan of what they've been releasing. So I just, the way I vote is with my time and my dollars. So if I don't like something, I don't watch it. Dragon Con Atlanta, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad one because I have the new Blurred Order it could meet up with us there. Casanova Pugilist. I don't know if I could be any of the cast though, shaking my head. Why not? Why not? There's somebody for everybody in From. You got hires? What do you mean hires? Like, do I have people I hire? If you want to come and you want to work as press, we could talk. I usually get a press pass. That's how I usually attend. I don't buy tickets. Me with Ultraman had to do this for my guy. That's when I had finished my Boyd cosplay for the day. Still had on the jacket. Oh, that's my other costume. Y'all wasn't supposed to see this. Act like y'all didn't see that. Just act like y'all didn't see that. That's my Halloween costume. You're going to be scaring a lot of people with that one. Act like y'all ain't see that. But those are all my cosplays from day one. I have more. There's a lot more. Day two. Do I have any clips that I want to show y'all real quick or no? Probably not. Oh, I can show y'all this. And then I'll wrap up. Just hanging out with the cast of The Walking Dead, talking about their show. That's all. You know, just hanging out with the cast of The Walking Dead. That was pretty cool. Let me stop fronting. That was a blessing. That was a real blessing. I'm very grateful for these opportunities. Sometimes I used to feel like I didn't deserve these opportunities, and then I got a nice piece of advice that from another critic and YouTuber, and he said, if you're in the room, then you deserve to be there. So that was really powerful to me because it started to give me a little bit more self-confidence about being in these places, you know, standing around these celebrities, talking to them, asking them questions. And not second guessing myself as to whether or not I should be able to raise my hand and ask a question. I did. I got my question asked. They answered it for me. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to video. Oh, that's Grace Randolph. Me and hanging out with Grace Randolph. My Ultraman night. This was a really, really cool restaurant. Me, Christopher Sean hanging out. He signed the hat. Wilson. Oh man, that's an inside joke. Oh, gonna have to take that out. What is that doing in there? That's a problem. And then day 3, last but not least, I don't think I have my day 4 pictures here. Oh, I was able to record my secret level roundtable. I don't think I'm gonna bore you guys with that. It's a little long. I'll do it as a separate video, but I did want to at least just quickly show you some last photos because they were pretty freaking awesome cosplays on display. And then I'm out. I love this. This just was wild to me. I was like, yo, he's putting in all the work. See what he is? And then the mask moved, which I thought was really cool. Kirby, the Spider-Verse. You notice this one's got a TMB hoodie. This is the 6? Is this the wrestling group? The Brian Watt 6? I think that's who it is. They was real creepy. This looked like a Ghost Rider. Like his skull is on fire. Blue-eyed samurai. Miles Morales. We had a few of those in the building. Pip-Boy from Fallout. Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik with a Chaos Emerald. Dr. Doom Iron Man. This one had me rolling. This one had me laughing. Oh my gosh. I hate you 3000. And you just see like the dude from Star Wars behind him, like, why aren't you taking my picture? Because Doom, son. Doom. And he's got the arc reactor in his chest. Me walking around trying to get attention. The McDonald's line where they was giving away free McDonald's. Miles posing. Meteor Man. Meteor, is you Emmanuel E-Man Noisette? No. Me and E-Man are good friends. I am not E-Man Emmanuel Noisette. I'm Anthony White. E-Man is another channel, but he is a writer on the movie blog. So you'll go to themovieblog.com and you'll see his reviews. And he and I occasionally collaborate. So you may see some videos. We used to have a podcast series called The Correct Opinion. So you can even go on my channel, look for a playlist called The Correct Opinion, and E-Man and I have a whole series of videos together. He hate Andre 3000? No, that's a I love you 3000 joke. The Grinch, which was great. Wonder Woman, which was astounding. Did I get a good pic? I did get a good picture of a freaking astounding Wonder Woman. New 52 version too. This one was just like a straight up Disney princess. Maybe something from Frozen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, this one looks like she just came off of a shelf, right? Like a straight up doll just walking around. The Valerian. So I did find some Valerians. Oh, Wicked. That's Wicked. All right. Thank you. This one I did find some people dressed up as the Valerians, but if you look closely, you'll notice that they're actually wearing Targaryen cosplays. Like he's dressed up in Daemon Targaryen. He's dressed up in Daemon Targaryen's other outfit, and she's wearing Rhaenyra with the Rhaenyra crown. So I asked them about it. I actually talked to them. I was like, yo, I really wanted to be Valerians. They were like, you could find the Targaryen one, so you could be that. I was like, oh, okay. There's Wicked. That's a Wicked. Some avatars. I really wanted her to go full commitment and get a bald head mask or something. You could get the fake bald heads. You ain't got to shave your head, but you might have to braid it to get the thing on, but that's about it. And the costumes in the background always catch me too. Like Maleficent just strolling by, killing it. Like sometimes my favorite thing is seeing the costumes that are in the background because like they didn't know I was taking a picture. There was a whole avatar photo shoot going on for a while. I didn't stay to take the whole thing though. My guy here dressed up as the Flash. I was like, you picked that version? Yee. Okay. We had Eartha Kitt Catwoman. Oh my gosh, the amount of Eartha Kitt Catwoman, I was feeling it. I was feeling it. I don't think I got all of them on photo. I think I got some of them in video, but the Eartha Kitt Catwoman was there. That was dope. Superman. Superman was looking fine. He was doing great. There's another Superman in the back in silver. There's a Batgirl back here. It was like a whole Superman meetup. I noticed like I just wanted to get his picture. Like other people was taking pictures of the other Superman. I was like him. I'm gonna take his picture. I'm gonna make sure he feels seen. Jeepers Creepers. Oh my gosh, Jeepers. We need more Jeepers Creepers done right. I used to love the first Jeepers Creepers movie. It was so fun to me. The sequels were not as good of a quality in my opinion, but the first one was great. Captain America Venom. I love that he did the Venom mask under this art style of Mark Bagley, like with the teeth and the threads of skin up here. That was amazing to me. He did a really good costume. We had a white Black Panther. So this makes sense. Black Panther actually has agents that he uses that wear an all white version of his suit. I just don't think they get to eat the heart-shaped herb and get superpowers, but this makes sense in case anybody's wondering who this is. Beetlejuice and Lydia. Beetlejuice was heavy at Comic-Con this year. Beetlejuice was heavy. So my wife and I was talking about doing that for like Halloween. And I was like, all right, if we do it, then I need to get all this green stuff on my hands and I need to get the handbook for the recently deceased. I need that in my life. Like, this is wow. Yo. Some Wolverines. Cassandra Nova. She did a really good job as Cassandra. See, this is the bald head thing I was talking about. You don't have to shave your head. You just maybe tie it in some braids and put this thing over it and use some makeup and you're good. That looks amazing to me. Hellboy. Hellgirl. She was killing it with this. Oh my gosh, this costume was so fire. Like with the hand. Wonder Woman and Spider. In case y'all wondering, this is my wife. That's why I have so many photos of her. The North was in attendance, right? We have Catelyn Stark, and he was Jaime Lannister. He even had a hand. He haven't had a metal hand. There it is. And I was like, they wouldn't be together. Okay. I don't know who this is, but this costume freaking mesmerized me. Is this like a Fortnite? Nah, this ain't a Fort. This is another one of those games. This is another one of those games. I know it is. I can see it. It's like I always see ads for it on Instagram, but I don't know the name of this game, but this costume was so amazing. Oh my gosh, look the detail. Where did she get this? How much she made that, y'all? I think she made that. You know how much time that must have took to put all these little black things on there? Look, even this dude was like, yo, that joint is fire. You see him back here just like starstruck. Like just like what am I looking at? Looks like AI. Like it looked like it ain't real, right? It looks like it's not real. That's a real person. Some more photos. You're from Overwatch? I want to say she's from Overwatch. I want to say she's from Overwatch. You're from a fighting game. I don't remember which one. Good Burger. And he was talking like him too, like, yeah. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. He was doing the whole thing. Oh, yeah, you're a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. He was doing the whole thing. I found a storm. I kind of bothered her. I don't think she was really in the mood to take a picture, but her costume was so awesome. I had to get this picture. There was a Deadpool meetup. So many Deadpools, even a Gwenpool. I think that's most of them. Yeah, I think that's everything. Those are all the main photos for everybody. So thank you all for rocking with me tonight. Look, Cameloso, yes, that ending was wild. That ending was wild. You kind of missed a lot of us talking about From. We've been going live for 3 hours. My hat done fell off a bunch of times. I'm gonna just take it off right now. It's my birthday. Thank you for coming through. The ending was wild. The ending was wild. It was a lesson learned. F around and find out. These trees do whatever they want to do. But that's all I have for this one, yo. Thank you all for rocking with me. Thank you for sticking around with this live stream for as long as you have. And guess what? We're going to get to do it again next week, Monday. I told you I had a lot of cool stuff for y'all. We're going to do the contest giveaways. Look for that on the community page. I have some more things lined up for next week already scheduled. Well, I have things that I'm going to share, and then I'll put the link and it's going to be scheduled. But thank you all for coming through. We'll do this again next week. Until then, y'all, I'm going to check you all later. Peace.